here and watch, what football is supposed to look like.
Believe it or not, I do consider you an expert, an authority. Well, let it go to your head on all things wide receiver.
Okay.
So let's circle back to Pat Bryant. Give me a comp. When you look at him and when you try to project his career, his ceiling. What kind of player are we talking about here?
I'm trying to think about some of the players I played with. It's hard. I can't put him in the Demaryius Thomas or Reggie Wayne category. You're talking about two Hall of Famers right there. And then,
but maybe another receiver out there. So stylistically,
right? I'm trying to because he's not a burner, but he's really good at everything that he does.
You're really hurting this whole expert thing that I just built up for you.
I know, but again, I don't like doing comparisons, and you ought to give me a heads up before you put me on the spot, Mike. So. Yeah, I really don't know.
Should we circle back to it later?
Yeah, let's circle back.
When you've had more time to think about this.
At 6:05 in the morning, comparison. I mean,
let's just say he's off
Michael
to
Thomas. Let me go with the easy one right there, okay?
Right.
I'll go with the farmer, Mike Thomas.
So he's got to have 120 catches in the season or something like that, right?
He will, yeah.
Okay.
That's my comparison
All right,
there.
good. All right, we'll
you happy?
We'll start with that. I like that. You created a nice high bar for Pat Bryant. I like it. The Rockies had their trade deadline yesterday, kind of a mixed bag. I mean, at least they did something. They traded Antonio Sensatella. They also traded center fielder Brenton Doyle, so they get some prospects back. But they did not trade Mickey Moniak. In fact, they gave Mickey Moniak a new 2-year, $16 million contract. They didn't trade Jake McCarthy.
No Freeland.
No Freeland. And, of course, no Hunter Goodman. What kind of grade would you give the Rockies on trade deadline day?
D.
D.
Yeah, look, it's time to make moves and try to get, some young prospects and shake this thing up a little bit. I like what they've been doing, obviously, but I was hoping for a little bit more of a splash, a little bit more of a, just shake it up a little bit more. But it is what it is, I guess, Mike.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Why?
And here's why. Because they did make a couple of moves, so it wasn't typical Rockies stand pat and do nothing, stand pat and Blake. They did make a couple of moves. And at some point, you need more good players around here. And the guys they kept, guys like Moniak, guys like McCarthy, they're good players. They've had good years, and it's not like they're exceptionally old. They're still in their primes. Plus, would you agree that we've seen kind of a shift in the culture around that team this year?
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay,
Seems
well,
like
then these are the guys that are part of that shift.
Yeah, but you were talking yesterday, and we've talked a little bit about the lockout next year.
Mm-hmm.
And do you look at that and say, okay, well, let's go younger, let's get younger, and flip some of these guys for some prospects or draft picks to 3 years down the road, rather than because no telling what it's going to look like next year.
But did that affect what you were going to be able to get from teams?
Exactly.
Teams are thinking the same way.
It's not just us thinking that, Mike. Let me tell you that. So we're not the only one.
I like to think we're the only ones thinking about that.
I think all the baseball executives realize what's coming up, and that probably did lower the trade market for some of these players, don't you think?
I think so.
Right. So, it takes two to tango. I can sit here and say, hey, I wish they would have, dealt a couple other guys and got younger prospects and draft picks, et cetera. But, if no one's willing to trade anything good, you don't want to just give guys away, right?
Right.
So, all right, yeah, it's fine. I'm okay with it. It's not like I'm, that upset about the situation.
Right. Well, we will reset our PSL debate conversation that we had yesterday.
More.
Well, we got a lot of great reaction from fans, and I didn't get a chance to read as many as I wanted to. So I got a bunch of them stored up just to get a reaction from the fans about how they feel about the likelihood, and these are season ticket holders, how they feel about the likelihood of having spend money on a personal seat license? And is there some other stories, other precedents set around the NFL that you could look and say, hey, there was really no need for the Walton Penner Group to do that? We are live out at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, for Broncos at training camp. Stokley and Evans and Mark Schlereth, all powered by Able Builders. We roll on next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
People who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Here's what I love about my guys at Natural Tree Care and Recycling. 3 years, and they've never let me down. Not once. Aaron, the owner, is a Colorado native. They're locally owned, and he treats your property like it's his own. They've protected my trees throughout this drought. They've kept everything looking beautiful. No job too big or too small. So if you want someone you can actually trust with your trees, go to naturaltreerecycle.com. That's naturaltreerecycle.com, or call them at 303-803-3850 and tell them Zach sent you.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together, like an electric heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money installing a heat pump with rebates at excelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. All in one comfort, all in one package.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical, regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
At Common Spirit Health, we don't just see a cancer diagnosis. We see you, and you don't have to do this alone. We believe you should be surrounded by your people. so you can keep them close while you get care close to home. Supported by our care team from diagnosis to treatment and beyond, and strengthened by treatment tailored to you. Because there's no one-size-fits-all approach to cancer care. Find cancer care with human kindness close to you at mountain.commonspirit.org.
They say age 40 is the new 20, and that's because guys in their 40s and 50s and 60s are walking around with testosterone levels of their 20s. If you want energy, drive, and libido of your younger self, then go to fixmylowt.com and book your free T-test today.
Old water heater, don't wait for a cold shower to tell you it's time. Call Local Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your trusted experts for plumbing, heating, and cooling. With experienced technicians, upfront pricing, and 24/7 availability, they're ready and local when you need them. Don't wait. Right now, they're offering $500 off a water heater replacement. Call today or schedule online. LocalPHCHelp.com. That's LocalPHCHelp.com. Local Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call Local.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and Local Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Yeah, we'll have Mike on in about 30 minutes. Mike Kliss will be joining us. Definitely ask him his reaction to what Broncos president Damani Leach had to say the other day about the slow going on the new stadium site, the Burnham Yards site. Also, the personal seat license debate that, I'll get to some reaction from our listeners that we got yesterday during the course of the show. But, Stoke, I know you have a personal investment in this. You don't want the stadium to be built in Lone Tree just because of the nightmare it'll cause for all you heading south to the Rock. But, let's be honest. Wherever it's built, it won't matter, right? Broncos country's going. It's not like
doesn't matter if it's by the airport, 470, downtown, the Rock, Lone Tree. It doesn't really matter. You're going to go.
So, are you just more frustrated with the fact that the politicians can't recognize a good thing and can't get out of the way?
I'm someone that if someone's trying to do a good thing, I try to make it as easy as possible. And if the ownership group saying, okay, we're going to pay for this, wouldn't you think that the politicians would make it as easy as possible for them to get this thing done? Everything done. That's the way I am, because, if you don't, guess what happens, Mike? You're going to screw it up, and then they're going to go somewhere else. It's really simple. They're not asking for taxpayer money, right? And all these stadiums, tell me another ownership group that paid for the whole stadium.
Well, I looked that up yesterday, and this leads also into the personal seat license, as far as, because I brought up yesterday, the idea that, hey, why can't the Walton Penner Group not only go out and privately finance the stadium, but why do they have to do the PSLs? And I got hit with some folks who said, well, that's just the way it is. Well, not entirely, okay?
Talk to me.
Your boy, Bob, we don't need to call him Robert. We don't need to call him Mr. Bobby Kraft.
Yeah.
Built the new Patriot Stadium, and there were no PSLs. Stan Kroenke built SoFi, albeit did have PSLs.
He didn't pay for the whole thing, though. Did he pay for the whole thing? You sure? 99% sure or 100%?
I'm not 99% sure, but the vast majority of it.
Well, yeah. But like either you pay for it or you don't. I think
it goes down. It goes down in the category of he paid for it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll have to go back and double check that.
Okay, you double check my work.
Yes.
But I don't. Listen, I don't really care where the stadium's built, okay? I really don't, because Broncos country's going to go out, and it's not going to be an issue, okay?
Would you rather it downtown? Or would you rather it not downtown? One of the, I mean, what would you choose?
Good question. I think I'd prefer it downtown.
I agree with you.
I think just, in terms of, that way there's different ways to get there. And whereas if you build it out by the airport or out in Lone Tree on some big swath of land, now it's sort of becoming a destination spot. You got to get to.
Right.
And maybe it's not as easy. In the parking and the.
That's kind of like
traffic.
the Patriots Stadium, right? I mean, that's way out.
That's way out
in the middle of
it's
nowhere.
The middle of nowhere. Trust me.
Yes.
It's the middle of nowhere. So and the traffic jams are legendary. But they also built a really cool. Whole
yes, they did.
Town around, this whole stadium.
It is, yep.
And it really became an entertainment mecca that you can use year-round. So it's the PSL thing that I continue to be most interested in. And some of the reaction we got yesterday, and these are from a lot of season ticket holders. I'm a 19-year season ticket holder, Section 121, Row 12, on the aisle, sick tickets, and a diehard Bronco fan from birth. If PSLs are put in place, I will no longer be able to afford to be a Bronco fan. Probably $50K a seat will be the cost. That will be the last straw. It will wreck an entire 60-year-old fan base. Another one should be for only new season ticket purchasers or pass down. Existing ticket owners should be grandfathered. Another one, a PSL will result in a loss of more true fans at the game. Only so many people can afford to buy season tickets as it is. Paying a PSL will shift the demographic to corporate and wealthy owners. The stadium vibe will completely change. Hey, we heard that when they moved into the current stadium, and you heard from a lot of season ticket holders who were like, "Wow, man, they took they took the section that we sat in and friends and neighbors and people we had become accustomed to sitting with and enjoying and rooting for the Broncos for 20, 30 years, and they split us all up and they moved us around. And the idea is that they're trying to push out the old Bronco fan that would show up the game with their, brown bag in their own lunch or something like that. They wanted people that were going to come in and spend more money. Well, the concern here is that another shift will only further dilute, the idea of the true diehard Bronco fan.
Yeah, look, it's hard to sit here and, what am I going to say? I mean, guys people that have been season ticket holders for that long, and I mean, is it really? I mean, is that what it's going to cost? $50,000?
Oh, in some cases, yes.
Right. I mean, that's a steep price. That's the price of doing business. But I'm not going to sit here and try to make an argument against that. So that's it's just a tough deal. It really is. And so I see both sides of it here. I really do. I mean, if I'm the guy that's been here since 1960, 1970, and all of a sudden it's going to cost me $50,000, to keep my season tickets. I mean, that's a big chunk of change, right? But when you look at the price of doing business in today's NFL, and you're paying for the stadium, PSLs, that's just kind of a part of doing business.
Well,
unfortunately,
David R. He texted in. He said, "Longtime Broncos season ticket holder here. I think any season ticket holder that doesn't expect to pay a seat license is kidding himself." Yes, Evans, you're making too big a deal of it. Ownership has spent a ridiculous amount of money to upgrade the team and facilities. This isn't a charity.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that, I do. So I see both sides of it, like I said, and it's, they have. I mean, you look at the ownership group and what they've done, and what they've invested in this team, and they're going to build the stadium with no taxes, not asking anything from, anyone. You're just going to plop down $5 billion. or whatever it's going to cost, probably more than that, whatever it's going to be. I mean, it's at some point, you're not just giving away money here. So I understand both sides of it here. I really do.
And look, supply and demand. And what do we know about the Broncos season ticket list, waiting list? It's like 50K long. And so here's the thing. For every person who is expressing their outrage or just their genuine concern that I just can't afford it, well, guess what? There'll be plenty of people just ready to pounce and take your place. And they'll gladly pay a PSL, and Broncos ownership knows that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. If people are going to pay it, then you know what? Then you can do it, right? If no one wants to pay it, then guess what? They won't do it. So if you have people willing to pay it, sitting in line, on the waiting list, then guess what? Then you can charge it.
Mike Kliss joins us coming up in about 20 minutes. Get his thoughts on that. But up next, is this going to be maybe one of the top 2 keys to this upcoming season and the Broncos making that next step? That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Most important things to know if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. 1, don't put off getting treated. And 2, see what the compassionate professionals at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can do for you. On average, men will wait a year or more before doing something about their ED. Doesn't need to be that way, especially when you choose an experienced provider like Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Better medicine leads to better outcomes, and that's what they deliver. Their team provides personalized treatment plans designed to achieve the best possible results. Hey, life is challenging enough without having to muddle along with a mediocre sex life. No need to just deal with it or hope if you ignore it long enough, it will just magically go away. Take control again. Schedule a consult for just $99. You will meet with a Colorado licensed medical provider, take a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose does not work, your entire office visit is free. Got 5 locations to better serve you, including Colorado Springs, Castle Rock, and Fort Collins. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. And if there's 2 things you can count on, it's your smoke detector battery dying at 3 a.m. Not 3 p.m. on a Saturday when you have nothing going on, but in the middle of the night when you're fast asleep.
Oh, come on!
Get 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Just one more thing you can count on. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road. Ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years guaranteed? Thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through August 24th, get the best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We've just celebrated our 27th year in business. Thank you for your continued support.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this. No more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms. And here's the touchdown play. Get your family involved. Your health is your ultimate MVP, and I know staying fit is not always easy. Whether it's Rod, Carl, or myself, we shop at Fitness Gallery, and you should too. With the right equipment at home, you can train like a pro whenever it suits you. You never regret buying quality. Fitness Gallery sells commercial-grade equipment for the home. It's simply the best.
Invest in your health and happiness with Fitness Gallery. Visit one of our 7 store locations for a free home gym layout and design today.
Summer weather can be full of surprises. If your home has been affected by the recent storms, trust a local professional roofer with decades of combined experience. Golden Spike Roofing is here for all your repair or roof replacement needs. Call today for a free inspection and estimate for roofing done right down to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
All right, Broncos country, listen up. Philip Lindsay here. And for stress-free summer travel, I chose Hermes Worldwide. Forget the airport chaos. Hermes Worldwide offers comfortable, reliable transportation for your airport transfers and more. They're dependable, they're professional, so you can focus on your vacation. Make your summer travel easy. Give them a call today at 303-577-7600, or you can visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Hey, look, this is absolutely first world problems, but a little chilly out here. A little chilly.
It is.
It's
I'm
a little
glad
chilly.
I went back. I was halfway here.
Soft.
And I turned around and I said, God, it's a little windy. Let me go get my hoodie. I'm glad I did. Are you golfing today?
No, this is just, like I told you, I said you were my inspiration.
Right.
So when the wife asked me, what do you need for Father's Day and your birthday, I said, I need new golf gear.
Yeah, you got a Tiger Woods hat
Yeah,
on.
Tiger Woods, how are we doing with this hat? Is this
It's
hat
much better than
much
yesterday.
better than yesterday's hat?
Yesterday's hat was like, it was all like, it was like a medium, and it was all crumpled up and like wrinkled and stuff, and you're like, well, it says this. What
Fox Hollow.
Yeah, it says Fox Hollow. So I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
what
matter
it
if
says.
the hat's all crinkly?
Yes. If it doesn't fit
Look
you
like
good.
a wrinkled hat?
Yes. Yeah.
This is
barely
better.
Fit.
I'm
a lot
telling
better.
you, you have crawled in my very large head. Plenty of room there for you. To the point where like I am like laying out my clothes the night before, and I'm putting a lot of time into what hat should I go with.
Yes, almost like you're in middle school.
Yes, it is.
Coming off of your Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
And you got all your new clothes or first day of school.
Yeah.
Right, you got to lay it out.
You got
I know.
me thinking.
Yeah.
You got me thinking.
I like that.
I'm like, it's like WWSD. What would Stoke do?
Yes.
Or WWSW.
SW, right.
What would Stoke wear?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Because you are the standard.
I like
You're
that.
the standard.
I like that. I felt good yesterday.
You look
got out at Inverness yesterday. Played
Nice.
a little. I'm starting to hit a little bit better. Can't putt. A little bit off still, Mike. But had a really good time at Inverness.
I like this text on our RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Said, hey, Evans, why don't you run a contest for season ticket holders? Use some of your crypto fortune and pay for seat licenses. It's not a bad idea.
Right.
Not a bad idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just give away PSLs.
Yeah.
Like, who wants it? I mean, you
I'll
have
buy
it.
your PSL.
Right.
I'll buy your PSL, and we'll have like a lottery or something.
Right.
I like it.
That would be great.
I mean,
that'd
look,
be really nice of you.
What am I going to do with my fortune?
Yes.
My crypto fortune.
Might as well give it away. I mean, you are the spokesperson for Broncos country, right? So, I mean, you might as well, let's have some fun with it.
Gained almost 500 followers on my first day
Wow.
of back to Twitter.
Look at you.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, everybody.
That is awesome.
At JV Takes.
At JV Takes, make sure you follow.
I went with it. You guys.
You leaned into it.
You nominated it. You voted for it. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Why not?
I love it.
So there you go. I think for all the talk, if this offense under Davis Webb and Bo Nix making the leap is story number one of this upcoming Broncos season, I think story number 1A, Stoke, is this defense forcing more turnovers than they did last year, and the impact it will have on this defense, on this offense, and on this overall team if they're able to law of averages improve on the measly 14 turnovers that they forced last year, and what it would look like if they improve by 10, 12, never mind if they doubled it and got upwards of 28 or 30, which is where the league leaders actually live. Talanu Hufunga was talking about the continuity on this defense and how that may help make that jump this year.
Pretty crazy, actually. A lot of with the first group, I think the cool part is we're able to diagnose the defense and offense like really easy. Everybody's on the same string. We kind of know what we guys like to do, where we want to be. Me to B. Jones and Alex communication. It's what can we tell the corners, and everybody's kind of on a string, and I think that's what really helps when you got the same group of guys.
And Sean Payton, who of course has been around, seen a lot of great defenses, talked about the art of being able to force turnovers.
I think it's the mentality of the defense. And I would go back to, Lovie Smith, when our league started to value the created turnover maybe a little bit more than the possible technique in tackling, because there's that happy medium. But those late 90 Bucks, Rams defenses, Bears, it was... And there were all different players that had played on all the different other teams that maybe didn't have the same takeaways, but it became so ingrained in what they did defensively. And then I've just seen that, and I think that's a goal of Vance and the defense, and all of us really, is that mentality of the ball and what it does to a game. It's a good question. Now, certainly there are those more predisposed with athleticism that can put themselves in position to create more turnovers. But I do think more than anything, we saw two players in this year's draft that had a rare amount of not takeaways but caused fumbles, and I'm guessing if we went and saw their practice, we would probably see that, hear that, feel that being taught.
Yeah,
I think he's referencing Red Murdoch.
Right, yeah. He's one of them, obviously. I think you look at the Broncos last year. A lot of one-score games, right? What were they? What was it? 11-2. 11-2 in
Yep.
one-score games.
Yep.
How do you duplicate that? Like, how are you able to, turn, because you're going to play a lot of close games, and how do you stop yourself from going back? And all of a sudden, we saw what the Chiefs did last year from the year before. All of a sudden, the year before, they were historic in one-score games. Last year, not so much. Vikings, the same thing. So how do you stop yourself from regressing when it comes to those close football games? Guess what? Generate more turnovers. And if you're able to do that now, you give yourself more opportunities offensively. To your point, Mike, it's a trickle-down effect. So I think this defense will do that. They're just too talented.
Right.
And sometimes it's a little bit of luck involved, but they're just too talented, too many really good players not to generate more turnovers.
Well, you think about avoiding these one-score games, all right? You're sitting on a 7-point lead, and you get a sack, because it's late in the game. Team's got to throw. You got a sack, force a fumble, recover it, kick a icing the game field goal. Now you've won by 10. Now it's not a one-score game. You're up by 3. You're the opponent's trying to come back. Force an interception.
Pick six,
Pick
Riley
six,
Moss.
take it back. The White Shadow takes it back, and all of a sudden, now it's a 10-point game. You're not in a one-score game anymore. So you think about the ways, and right from the start, Sean's talked, and the players have clearly parroted the idea that, hey, we can't play in as many close games. We don't want to tempt fate, like we did last year. Okay, 2 ways to avoid it. Offense, make a jump, and defense, get some more turnovers, and you watch how all of a sudden those nail-biters are turning into comfortable 10, 13, 17-point wins.
Now, what are your expectations? Or my expectations
are
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen,
right?
They're
just too good,
right? So, as much as I believe in the law of averages in sports. There's a reason why players have the batting average on the back of their baseball card that they've had after they've been in the league for so many years. It's an average, right? And you're usually going to hit to that average. So to count on the Broncos going 11-2 again, I think is foolish. That's not a recipe I'm signing up for. And because of that, I think law of averages dictate you're not going to be able to do it. Good news, flip side, is I don't think law of averages, you only have 14 turnovers this year. So,
right. They're just too good, too talented. And so I'm with you on that. And so if you're looking to, if you're playing in these close games and you're looking to go, if you're going to say you're going to play in 13 of them, right. 9-4, which I think we'd take right now. You tell me we're going to go 9-4 in one-score games, I'd take it right now. How do you do that again? Well, generate more turnovers.
All right, Mike Kliss joins us next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Did you go out on your deck and feel uninspired? Even worse, did your deck look and feel beat up? Wood rotting in places, sagging in others. Denver Deck Builders is the #1 deck builder in Colorado. The majority of their projects are replacing existing decks. Oops, did it again. They're also specialists when it comes to repairing existing decks. Let me circle back to you feeling uninspired by your current deck. Denver Deck Builders are experts at designing your deck so that it's more of an outdoor living space. Features like pergolas, outdoor kitchens, roofs, ceiling fans, lighting features. You dream it, and then their designers and engineers go to work to try and make your dream a reality. Working with Denver Deck Builders means working with a local family business spanning 3 generations. They are all about building relationships with their clients that last long after the project is done. If you've been thinking of building that new deck or replacing or repairing that old one, check out their website and start getting inspired. Then set up a free consultation. Denver Deck Builders. Go to ddbonthefan.com. That's ddbonthefan.com.
At Applied Future Technologies, they use AI and automation to solve real business problems. How much time does your team lose to repetitive tasks, manual data entry, and searching through information? They build practical solutions around your organization's unique needs. Tools that organize and analyze information, streamline workflows, reduce backlogs, and support faster decisions. Give your team more time to focus on what matters most. Discover what Applied Future Technologies can automate for you at appliedfuture.com.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Ductworks. Summertime is all about staying cool and comfortable. But what about the air flowing through your home? You rely on your AC all summer long. Make sure the air that's circulating in your home is clean and fresh. Your air ducts collect dust, debris, and allergens year-round, and summertime airflow keeps it moving throughout your house. It's one of the most overlooked parts of your home, but it impacts the air you breathe every single day. That's why I trust the professionals at Ductworks. They're personable. When you call, you're always going to talk to a live person. They're educated guys, and Ductworks is Colorado's top-rated air duct cleaning company, trusted by thousands of 5-star reviews. Before your AC works through another Colorado summer, make sure the air you're breathing is clean. Call them for a free estimate today. 303-425-0985. That's 303-425-0985 or online at ductworks.com.
303-425-0985.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
My father started Williams Jewelers in 1947 as a humble little neighborhood jewelry shop, and I opened our Cherry Creek North store in 1973. I'm Bruce Williams.
And I'm Michelle Williams. I literally grew up here in the jewelry business, grading diamonds and gemstones and designing custom jewelry for families just like yours.
Here at Williams Jewelers, you'll find our curated collections, including Hearts on Fire, Lake of Bahar, Sloan Street, Mastaloni pearls, and dozens more.
And a diamond and bridal department with the latest engagement ring styles and wedding bands from Tacori, A. Jaffe, and Gabriel & Company.
Add to that Tag Heuer sporting watches and pre-owned Rolex timepieces, all at the guaranteed best prices in Colorado.
At Williams Jewelers, we're proudly old school Cherry Creek North, where people and sweet puppies are always welcome.
And where you'll always be treated just like our father would.
Like family.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. It's home selling season, and what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first. Then, your local Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. One customer said, I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing. Amazing. Don't settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321321. That's HAWK to 321321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This segment on The Fan is served up by Jack's Modern Steakhouse.
Garth Brooks is coming to Denver.
The Blame It All on My Roots Arena Tour hits Ball Arena September 4th and 5th.
And you don't want to miss it. And they call the thing a rodeo.
General tickets are on sale now, but here's the best part. We're giving you a shot to win tickets. Just head to the DenverSports app and enter for your chance to win. Don't have the app yet?
Now's the time to download it.
Get entered, and we'll see you at the show. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Mike Bliss, our 9-inch Bronco Insider, is brought to you by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. He joins us now for his regular Tuesday morning visit. Good morning, Michael. And with the early returns here at training camp, a lot of people excited by what they have seen from Bo Nix in this offense. How much stock do you put in this apparent quick start by the Broncos offense?
Yes, I entered training camp thinking, skeptical about how things would look with Davis Webb, the new offensive coordinator. That I thought there'd be a little more glitches. Things you got to work out. Bo, after being out pretty much the whole off season, didn't think he'd be throwing the ball or moving as well as he has been. I think a lot of, whatever concerns have been alleviated by what they've done so far. They didn't look great yesterday, but overall, I thought the offense has been a pleasant surprise. The one thing they're doing is they're chucking the ball deep. They're getting all kinds of deep passes here, which has to be Davis Webb maybe showing off a little bit.
Yeah, I've been impressed, Mike. I can't lie. This wide receiver room, I think it's got potential to be really, really good. And the offense looks a little bit different. So I'm optimistic, and I've been impressed with what I've seen. Hey, Mike, talk about the stadium. I sense some frustration there from the Broncos side of things, which I understand. You know, if you're going to sit there and you're going to pay for everything and make it as easy as possible for these politicians, and then now, you know, they're making it – it seems like they're making it very difficult for the Denver Broncos. They want to move fast and get this thing done. Talk about the stadium and what's going on there with these politicians.
Give it to them, Stoke.
Yeah, I'm not. They know how I feel.
What's going on is the Community Benefits Association, the CBA, and Denver Water. They're tough to satisfy if you're, from the Broncos side of things. And I know the Broncos side of things more than I know the other side of things. But the CBA membership is a big group. There's a lot of people to satisfy. There's one guy in the neighborhood wants this, the other guy in the neighborhood wants that. It's tough to appease a group like that. And you got the city council involved. You've got consultants who are trying to justify the salary they're getting paid. Denver Water is getting moved. They're not moving, kicking and screaming, but they're saying, hey, if you're going to move us, how about if we get this? And, and so it's a negotiation. And, I think the Broncos are frustrated by the pace of the negotiations. And, but I still think somehow, some way it'll get worked out. I mean, I've covered a lot of negotiations in sports, and it always sounds impossible, like it'll never get done,
right?
Until there's somewhat of a deadline, and then I'm not sure what that deadline is. As far as getting things worked out, I think they got to make a lot of progress here this next month, and hopefully they can, so they can put shovel in the ground next spring, which is kind of a kind of a moving target deadline to get things rolling for 2031.
So they want the stadium done by 2031. They want to start next spring, Mike? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they want to put it depends on your definition of start, but as far as, moving some dirt around, yeah, they want to move dirt around, I think, by April or May of 2027.
Busy with our 9 News Bronco insider, Mike Kliss. Mike, where do you come down on the personal seat license debate?
Well, I mean, they're unfortunate for fans. I remember when they came out. I remember Arizona doing it way back when, and I was like, boy, this is, you got to pay to pay. Basically, you got to pay for the right to buy the tickets, but. It's the way it is in sports now. I mean, everyone has it. Every single, I think 20 teams in the NFL has it, and all the recent stadiums have it. And that's with, taxpayers paying for the stadium. So you got the taxpayers paying for the stadium, and you have the PSLs, I should say. The one way to look at it is, it's a kind of a use tax. The people buying the seats are going to pay for the PSLs. The people who in Colorado who would rather go watch the leaves turn in Aspen on Sundays, they're not having to pay for any extra expense.
Right.
The people who build rockets and don't necessarily like sports, they don't have to pay for any of the new stadium. So I guess it's better to have a use tax, I think, than to charge everybody, the whole taxpayers around the area for a new stadium.
Mike, you want to bring a light jacket out when you come out here a little bit later on today. A little bit of a chill in the air. It feels nice, though. Feels good.
Mike, well, I've been doing that anyway because I don't know if you guys have heard, but the press room has been an ice box.
Oh, has it?
And
okay.
You go out there and you have sweat dripping down your shirt. You go inside and, I'm sure it's not healthy, but, it's little things like that with the new, facility, which is gorgeous, which is perfect in so many ways. But, there's a couple things they have to work out. And I'm sure the press room air conditioner temperature is high on their list.
Yes.
Mike, real quick, chances, odds that this stadium doesn't get done at Burnham Yards?
Oh,
and it goes somewhere else.
I said earlier that it doesn't get done. I think I said earlier 20 to 25%.
Okay.
I think.
Where would they go? Where would they go if it doesn't get done downtown? Where do you think they go?
I don't know. I do not know. I'd lower that. I'd lower that percentage right now. I think things are going to roll here this next month or so. And
if they listen to this show, they better buckle up because I'm going to be on them. So there you go.
Yeah,
get their
I know.
Stuff,
well,
get
I
their
do
stuff
listen
in order.
to the show, and I know you have been on them and on social media.
Well, Mike, he also has a personal stake in all this. He just doesn't want his drive back to Castle Rock wrecked every day. So there's a personal bias in all of this. Mike,
thanks, Mike.
We'll see you out here soon.
All right, buddy.
Hey, Stoke, I enjoy it. Sometimes I wake up at 2:00 in the morning, and can't get back to sleep. I get on the X, and there's Stokley firing it off.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get.
Very entertaining.
Yes.
Better than a late night movie.
That's right.
Thank you, Mike. There he goes,
Thanks,
Mike
guys.
Bliss, our 9 News Bronco insider. He is presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Mark joins us out here live next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and be on Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Cecil Lammy here for my friends at SodaDietAndNutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Why? Because soda was there for me with a personalized nutritionist and a diet plan specifically structured for me. Soda teaches you how to let go of the weight and keep it off for a lifetime, and that's why I can lose that 60 pounds, and I'm never going to gain it back. There are no shots, no pills, no lifetime dependency. This is just real food with expert guidance and habits that last. That's why soda is there for you like they were there for me. Get your 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. That's right. Get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. You got the things that can work for you with soda. 4 weeks free is available now. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. Mention me, Cecil Lammy, there as well. Get right for the rest of the summer. It's SodaDietNutrition.com because soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here. If your home's hot upstairs and cold downstairs, that's more than annoying. It's a sign your system's leaking air and wasting money. And with utility bills climbing energy efficiency matters. That's why homeowners trust AeroSeal Colorado. Their innovative sealing technology boosts comfort, cuts energy use, and even gives you cleaner indoor air as a nice bonus. Customers love it. A 4.9 Google rating, and some folks practically write books after the job's done. AeroSealColorado.com fixes what others can't even find. AeroSeal. Comfort sealed.
There's nothing between a motorcyclist and the road, and when a careless driver causes a motorcycle crash, the results can be catastrophic. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been standing up for seriously injured riders across Colorado. We know these cases, we know how to win them, and we won't rest until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call us today, the Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW, or WillHiteWins.com.
Hey guys, are you an experienced sheet metal worker ready for more than just a job? Join Smart Local 9 for family-supported wages, employer-paid health care, and secure retirement with pension and 401k. Experience the power of collective bargaining. Visit smw9.com, where pride meets your future.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the new Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, get early access to our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, this is Larry Jager with SCL Mortgage, letting you know about our second mortgages for anything you need, including home improvements, paying off debt, and more. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
Attention Ram owners. Did you know you could get $500 for Recall 67A without leaving your driveway? With new mobile appointments, we'll come to you. We'll finish the simple software update in under an hour, and it won't affect your truck's performance. Plus, you'll get an extended warranty worth thousands. Make a power move. Schedule Recall 67A today at CumminsRecall.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Audible makes traffic less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
And on this Tuesday morning, we welcome you out live to Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Another day of training camp practice coming up that we'll be here to watch. I got Brandon Stokley here. Mark Schlereth is now here. And Mark, I don't know if you noticed coming in, but it's starting to warm up. But when we first got here, there was a legitimate chill in the air. Dare I say, maybe a little wind chill.
Yeah. Oh, hey, listen. I walked outside this morning about 5:30 to water the front yard, water the plants in the front yard.
You're a maniac.
Well, no, my wife's out of town, so you know.
So you got to water the plants.
Right, I got to water the plants. So I walked out in a T-shirt and my jeans, and I was like, "Thank goodness I went out here to water because it's freezing." So you know, had I not done that, I just walked into the garage where it would have been hot. I'd have jumped in my truck. I'd have driven out here in a T-shirt, and then I'd have had the high beams on the whole show. It would have been, yeah. You guys would have had a treat.
Boy, YouTube listeners, you're missing out.
Right, exactly. So
imagine the viewers we would have got.
Right, we'd have had to get Rock and Roll Brian to get me some tassels. Right. You know, and so I'm glad that I actually did that.
Is this the YouTube channel or OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Mark Schlereth.
Yes.
On OnlyFans.
What are we doing?
Wow.
So we are out here. Hey, I got it really quickly because I think it was Brandon Jones. He was, whoever it was near the opposite side of the field. But since he was the one that kind of started this trend of being out real early to walk on the field barefoot, what do you guys, a couple of NFL veterans of training camps and two-a-days, what do you think about the idea of being out here on the field, 3-4 hours before practice?
Mark, what would Russ Grimm say about that?
Russ Grimm would say, hey, you're not allowed on the field at that time.
Yes, yeah.
No.
He's not letting you on the field.
No, absolutely not.
He would drag you off the field.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. To me, I'm looking out there and I'm just like, I don't what are we doing? Let's get some rest. I okay, you're out here you're getting a pre-workout. You're doing all this stuff, and then you're going inside. So what are you going to do inside? You're going to cool back down, right? Then you got meetings and whatever, and then you got to come back out and practice again. I don't know. For me, I'm out on that. I get it. You're really not practicing two-a-days nowadays. You're not doing all that stuff. But to me, doing all this stuff 3-4 hours before practice, is that good for your body to cool down, and then you got to get it going again? Hey, to each their own. If it works for him, it works for him, Mark. I don't know, but that wouldn't be for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's you could play cards, you could play darts. I'm sure there's breakfast in there.
Right.
Right? I mean, should you be eating some breakfast?
Yes. I mean, I'm sure he's going to get breakfast at some point.
Yeah, it's the most important meal of the day.
I know, but he's going to go get breakfast, but now you're cooling down, and then you got to get going again. I just don't know if that's good for your body.
I don't know. He's kind of bouncing around in barefoot. Everybody's barefoot nowadays.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Everybody's connected
to
the ground.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's an earthing connection. Some kind of hocus pocus voodoo that everybody's into nowadays, like laying on a red mat. All that kind of stuff.
Would Russ Grimm ever come out in bare feet?
Russ Grimm would come out in bare feet. He spent all summer in barefoot. That's why he lost one of his feet.
Wait, he lost a foot?
He lost a foot?
Yeah.
That took a turn.
Holy cow.
Right. What do you mean he lost a foot?
I didn't see that.
He got
diabetes?
Infected with diabetes, and they had to take it.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
How you feel now, Evans?
Yeah, how do you feel about grounding now, Evans?
How do I feel about bringing up Russ Grimm?
Yeah,
That was all my material.
Hey, Joe Jacoby.
All right, we'll move on to
Joe Jacoby.
All right. We'll move on.
Yes.
We'll move on. We'll leave Russ. Russ alone. Well, all right.
How's he doing?
That escalated quickly. He's fine.
Yeah,
he's fine. He's got a wooden leg. He's like a pirate. Arr, shiver me timbers.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Does that make you uncomfortable? Russ is fine with his missing a foot. It doesn't bother him.
Russ is okay with being a peg leg. Okay?
Yeah, Russ is
fine.
fine.
If he's okay, I'm okay.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll continue to bring up Russ Grimm jokes throughout the course of the show. You were out here yesterday. Stoke had a chance to watch. It seems like maybe the defense push back a little bit? Maybe they got tired of hearing all this talk about the offense?
Yeah, that's what you expect to see when you put full pads on. I told you that yesterday. That's when the defense gets going. Now they can thud a little bit. They can hit a little bit. And so, yeah, you're going to have back and forth. That's when you know you got a good football team is, offense looks good a couple days, and all of a sudden defense, coaches, what happened? Coaches get after them, right? And talking about we got full pads today, stop getting pushed around. And so these guys come out a little bit ticked off, and that's what you saw yesterday. So it's, that's like I said, when you have a good football team, you're going to have a little give and take, a little back and forth, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, you get your stinger out. Like, the defense gets, like, there's certain things you can't do when you don't have pads on, you know, and there's certain things that just, hey, you know, thud up, hey, just touch them, hey, and those guys get a little bit irritated with that. You know, there is that, as Stokley said, give and take, and you would expect first day of pads them to come out here and, you know, you can be a little bit more aggressive. You can do some of those things. So I think that's to be expected, to watch the offense kind of take a little step back on the first day of pads.
We are off and rolling on a Tuesday morning. Up next, Stokes says it's going to be the year of Trout. We're going to hear from Adam Troutman, who makes his case why Broncos country should appreciate him more.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, no surgery is a layup, even when you hear doctors operating on athletes as minor surgery. Easy for them to say. If you're dealing with chronic joint pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, torn meniscus, or just years of wear and tear from working and playing, before you go under the knife, get a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Why? Because they could provide an alternative to surgery, an all-natural alternative. Schedule a free consultation. Learn all about their regenerative treatments, where they use healing properties in your own body, concentrated right in the spot, right in the joint that's causing the pain. All natural, no drugs, no steroids, no surgery, and no long recovery to go along with it. Living in pain stinks. Trying to manage it. Ignore it. QC Kinetics gives you a possible alternative for that hip, knee, back, or shoulder pain that doesn't include going under the knife, no matter how minor it may be. QC Kinetics has been helping thousands of people right here in Colorado. Let's add you to that list. Call them for a second opinion and a free consultation. 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice, this is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able.
Bring Able
to the table.
Stoke here from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that's ending next Wednesday. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Government fleet vehicle and equipment auction ending next Wednesday. Got all kind of cars, trucks, SUVs, UTVs, John Deere four-wheel drive RTV. I'm telling you, motorcycles. This thing is packed full of some unbelievable items. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now, ending next Wednesday, only at rollerauction.com.
Summer hailstorms bring in the 3-ring front porch roofing circus.
In ring 1, there's We're Doing Bob's Roof down the street.
And in ring 2, there's We Will Cover Your Deductible.
And in ring 3, What Do I Need to Do to Get You to Sign Today?
Send those clowns to the curb.
Don't turn your home into a circus. Call the pros, Denver Roof Pros.
Check us out at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
As Coloradans, we know how important it is to protect our homes. And unfortunately, wildfires are a reality here. It's Zach, and that's why I trust 5280 Exteriors, a 2-time President's Club winner offering Class A fire-rated products designed to help protect your home. Thinking about upgrading your outdoor living space? Now's the time. Purchase a new deck during the month of August and get free solar railing lights. No payments and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Common Spirit Health has expert orthopedic care that gets you back at it and back to your best. Find skilled orthopedic physicians at Common Spirit locations who specialize in general orthopedics and repair of hips, knees, shoulders, and hands, so you can return to running races or chasing the grandkids. Common Spirit Health. Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advance healthcare in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Orthopedic care with human kindness is here. Visit mountain.commonspirit.org.
One-wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
We'll get to Adam Troutman on how he feels about the year Trout.
Goodness gracious, he loves Trout, loves himself some Trout.
He's sticking up for himself, as you'll hear here.
Okay, I can't wait to hear
bit.
I can appreciate that, Mark, a little bit. If no one else is, you might as well,
That's
right?
what I had to do at the Fox seminar. I mean,
you had to stick up for yourself.
Yeah, if nobody else is going to talk about me, I'm going to have to talk about me.
Did you have to wear a name tag around or something?
Yeah, I did. I had a big name tag. Hey, Schlereth, 16. You know?
Hi, I'm Mark.
Yeah.
I will be calling the Panthers game this
year. Hi, I'm Mark. Ask me about the NFC South.
Wow.
You know, leave it to Schlereth, by the way. This was such a Mark moment just a few minutes ago. So he goes out. We go to break. He walks out onto the grass, and he's just staring out at the Broncos' new facility.
Yeah.
That everybody's been raving about.
Yeah.
Everyone's raving about.
Let me tell you this. I usually don't come in from, I don't know what direction this is.
Basically the west.
The west.
Yeah.
I don't come in from the west. Today I did. And when you get over the little hill deal and come in, close to it, and you look over and you see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh!
I haven't come that way.
You need to
right.
come that way.
I always
really
come
cool.
in the other way.
Yeah.
But it is flat out. It's remarkable. And just thinking about, what this place was, 15 years ago when I played here, or whenever that was, 20 years ago, with no indoor facility, practicing at the bubble. And now you got the indoor.
That's right.
Now you got we practiced at the what is that place called?
Family Sports.
Yeah, Family Sports.
Yeah.
We practiced over there.
Yeah.
But now you have the indoor, which is unbelievable, connected to this new facility. It is remarkable what they've done.
It is remarkable, but there's one person, and leave it to Stink,
Oh, gosh.
to Find a flaw.
Right. What is the flaw,
You want to
Mark?
share the flaw that you found with this new facility?
Well, the new facility is gorgeous. There's no question about it. It looks like kind of a big ski lodge.
Yes,
you know? Like
yes.
a big ski, like you ski up to it, and you
Yes.
got the day lodge, you know,
Yes.
and it's beautiful. But it's connected to the old indoor facility, which is a beautiful facility. They don't match.
So what'd you say it looked like? You said it looked like
it
who?
looked like Mike Evans' outfit. You know,
salmon color shorts,
right? Gray hat, blue sweatshirt.
What's wrong with the
light blue shirt underneath?
Well, okay.
And then another color blue socks, and then another color blue shoes.
Yeah, he's got like 14 different shades of blue, along with some salmon pants. That's what it reminded me of.
Can you get up and show the camera, Mike, what you look like? Look at these pants.
All right, so
wait, get over here.
Yeah,
you got to
okay.
come this way towards me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the salmon pants.
Right.
Okay.
Now flap the shoes up there, right here. Like put the shoe up there. This is just. If you laid down, right
gosh.
there
Okay.
in front of the facility, I wouldn't know where the facility began and you ended. Like it's identical.
Well, I'm
So
trying
wait,
to represent
so you
all the
think it-
colors the Broncos wear. You know,
think
so.
it doesn't match?
It doesn't match the existing facility.
I see. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really notice. I don't really notice it until you brought it up.
But now you can't not notice it.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. It bothers you, Mark?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't bother me. I was just like, those two structures, although they're connected and they've connected this beautiful new facility to the beautiful old facility, they don't match color-wise. The color scheme is off.
The color scheme is off.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do
there
like
we
your
go.
ski chalet.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, you're up at like one of the top peaks at
Aspen.
Vail or something. You ski over to to get a little warm up, a little hot toddy, you know, while you're out there. It kind of looks like that. All right, let's get to the year of Trout. Adam Troutman talking yesterday about what he brings that maybe fans don't realize and value.
I'm not going to say who, but I mean, no, I was never looking to move on. Absolutely not. I always wanted to be here. They knew that. They told me they wanted me here well before free agency opened. But yeah, I mean, if they weren't in it, then obviously I would have moved on. And I had several opportunities, whether people believe it or not. Yeah, no, I'm so happy to be back. They knew I wanted to be back. I don't know why you'd ever want to leave this place, to be honest. So yeah, I'm super grateful and happy to be back.
Wow, he is talking about you, Stoke.
Yep.
Wait,
There's
what?
No. There is no question.
Listen,
I'm not going to say who.
Yep.
No, man.
You know, 2 or 3
Wow.
clips.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 or 4 clips.
Be leery of someone that grabs 3 clips.
Three
clips. Yeah. He's like, I'm not going to talk about 3 clips Stokely, but they
listen.
wanted me here. I wanted to be here, even though some don't want me here.
Listen,
Wow.
hey, listen. Like I said, we have my clip, and I called it a long time ago. This is going to be the year of Trout.
Mm-hmm.
I called it. So buckle up.
It's going to be the year of Trout.
Thank you. And
The 3 clip Stokley.
Oh, wow.
Man.
I'm driving that bus, the Trout bus this year.
All right. I'm just going to say, Brian, since you're faced that way, keep an eye out if there's an angry, shoeless, 6'5" looking tight endish type guy, storming over here because we want to get out of the way.
No, me and Trout are great.
Okay,
We're great.
You guys are tight.
I don't know about that, but
you're great.
But I feel like we are.
Okay.
Yes, I feel like we are.
Once you went year of Trout, that's
Yes.
like it.
Yeah.
That superseded everything else.
Exactly.
Okay.
More from Adam Troutman on the Broncos running it back and bringing back guys like him.
I've had a bunch of experience with that because Declan Doyle, obviously the OC for the Ravens, he was our tight ends coach here, and he was barely younger than me, right? So you kind of are familiar with how to deal with that. But Davis also played, right? So he also understands a lot of it. But yeah, he brings a lot of energy. Obviously, he relates to the players well. And yeah, I mean, we're excited to have him. I mean, he is a little ball of energy out there, honestly, and it's pretty fun. And it's cool to get into meetings and just watch him talk about concept, scheme, everything as a whole. That's really cool. You never really stop learning in this league, so because there's new concepts every year, there's new fads of things people like to do, the new trend. So yeah, it's cool to watch him talk about things.
All right, wrong cut. That was him talking about being coached by a younger coach.
Yeah.
Like Davis Webb. And
he had that before, he said, with Doyle.
Declan Doyle, yep. So,
yes.
I mean, you guys,
I had that.
Did you had young?
Yeah, I had
what's
that.
What's
I mean,
that
my
like?
head coach when I was with Josh McDaniels. I mean, he was
and
same
how'd that-
age
yeah,
as
how'd
me.
that work out?
You tell me how it worked out. Yeah,
Hurricane Josh.
Yeah, once he cut me, I put the voodoo on him,
Yep.
and then next thing you know, what happened? He's fired.
Well,
so
I think that had a lot more to do with
the voodoo
than your voodoo.
But no, so I mean, I
Self-destructive
had
Josh.
Adam Gase here, and Jed Fish, and pretty much the same age as me. It didn't matter, you know. I don't know, Mark, if you had any coaches that were your age or younger than me. I mean, like, hey, just get up there and be a good coach. And if you know how to be a good coach, I don't care how old you are. It didn't matter to me.
Yeah, I've never had a younger coach. But again, yeah, and that's been a trend in the league for a long time. Is we got younger, you know, we want more energetic. We want guys that know how to text or whatever it is that
know how to
that
text.
people. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Hey,
Old guys don't know how to text?
Right, if I don't have a guy that knows how to send an emoji, I don't want him coaching my team. You know, I mean, all that kind of stuff. So
what are you talking about?
Does Poolside know how to text?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Of course he does.
But
Does he
he's
know
always
emojis?
Yeah, he'll send me an emoji all the time. It's the wrong emoji.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't fit. It never fits. I don't think you really see it, but he'll throw out some emojis out there,
Just random?
just random, and hope one works. And they never do. They never do.
I'm in my prime.
By the way, not to put all the business out in the street, but did I hear that Mrs. S is in Alaska?
Yeah, oh yeah.
She currently teaching a new crop of
How is the snow?
skiers.
What?
The Tommy
Yeah.
Moe Tuck.
Yeah.
She taught Tommy Moe.
Yeah, she's doing a clinic up there this ski season,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So just to get the, strength of the thighs,
Yeah.
getting the tuck, how long can we hold it,
Yeah.
aerodynamic. They got one of them wind tunnels.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
blowing
yeah.
wind, and
Yeah.
they're going to check
Jumping into like a pool of
foam.
Foam.
Yeah.
So they
Foam,
can work
yes.
on their flips and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, exactly,
It's
exactly.
good to know that she's
Yeah.
is continuing to teach generations of Alaskans the Tommy Moe Tuck.
But I just real quick, one more thought here on Davis Webb. It is like, all of a sudden you go from, Carmichael Lombardi, right, to and Sean Payton kind of running the show to, you're turning this thing over completely to Davis Webb. He's getting up there. He's installing the plays. He's, going through everything. He's teaching it. And it's different. So, you can hear it from Trout. I mean, there's a different energy, a different vibe to it, and I think it could be a really good thing.
I just hope that you're getting the next, more of a Sean McVay young vibe benefit or a Matt LaFleur young guy benefit than, let's say, what Mike McDaniel did in Miami.
Well, I mean, let's not act like it was terrible there. I mean, they were pretty
did
dang
hang
good
70
for a
on
while.
us.
Right. Yeah, they did. I mean, it was pretty good for a while.
For a while.
Right.
Well, their quarterback went, bad quick. So, if you have a quarterback and hopefully, Bo, I think we all feel a lot better about him than Tua. So I think that had a lot to do with it also. But don't act like it was terrible there.
Up next, Johnny Fever, our producer, tapped out after 5 bowl predictions. Too exhausted.
Does he have a new one?
No, I've taken over. I've taken over.
Well, I hope it's better than yesterday's, because yesterday you were.
Yesterday we
what
had
was it yesterday?
Yesterday we had a
It
terrific
was
12-minute
terrible.
conversation about it. It was fantastic.
It wasn't good.
No?
Which one was that yesterday?
We'll think about
Nobody
it.
can really remember
But-
it. That's how good it was.
Jared
Not
Stidham's
one-
going to be our
3.
backup this year. That was the bold
Stidham.
prediction.
Who's going to be the
Jared
backup, Stidham or Ellinger?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't
So
bad.
bold.
No, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a bad
It
conversation.
just wasn't
I
very
thought-
memorable.
I-
It wasn't
but
very
it was
memorable.
timely?
Yeah,
Timely?
No.
I take that back, Mike. That was okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you're going to like this.
Johnny Summer had the worst one.
Yes.
He's like, Troy Franklin's going to have 15 touchdowns this year. Bold prediction.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He's going to lead the league in touchdowns.
I
Top
gotta take it
3.
easy. I got to take it easy on Johnny today. He, that ruffled the little man's feathers a little bit yesterday.
No, you've just been lying about how everything's been going on, but that's okay.
Oh!
Wow. Oh. Hey, Johnny Sensitive. That's your nickname.
Johnny Sensitive. That might stick. All right, new bowl prediction. It involves Riley Moss. Coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros. And be on Dino Lawfer. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. I've been using natural tree care and recycling for over 3 years now. Those are my guys. Aaron, the owner, is a Colorado native who runs his crew with real integrity. They've kept my trees in Centennial healthy throughout this drought. They're looking great and standing strong. No job is too big or too small. So if you want trees that actually look the way you want them, or you want trees removed, you need to call my guys, Natural Tree Care and Recycling, at 303-803-3850 or visit them online at naturaltreerecycle.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. With all these Bluebird days in Colorado, enjoy the view through energy-efficient windows from Bluebird Windows and Doors. It's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% on your window and door projects. And when you mention you heard it from me, you'll save an extra 5%. Bluebird's family-owned, serving the Front Range for over a decade with windows, doors, and siding built for Colorado's harsh climate. Financing is available. Visit GoBluebirdCO.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird day.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard's new Orchard Offers, you don't just get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers. You review them all and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard Offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at Bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
This segment on The Fan is built by Denver Deck Builders.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and Local Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Turned out to be a beautiful morning out here. It was a little cloudy when we first came in and a little bit chilly, but sun's coming out. Things are warming up, and not much activity yet. Still very quiet, but
Broncos will be getting set and out here to practice a little bit later on. And we got another full crowd that will be here to watch it. We're here with you, Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. And last year, we watched Riley Moss. And, boy, one of the more polarizing Broncos, eh? Riley Moss, you know, the stats would indicate that This guy played at a very high level, and yet all those pass interference calls, you know that he led the league in pass interference calls with 10. Was it Carlton Davis of the Patriots was second with 9? Is it Carlton Davis? Yeah. So, but he had 10 to lead the league.
Yeah, but I would say half of those were bad calls. 5 of them were just like bad calls, picking on Riley Moss.
Picking on him?
Yeah. Terrible calls.
So officials were just out and out picking on him.
Yeah, the unicorn, trying to get rid of the unicorn. And so
they're trying to drive white corners out of the league?
Yeah, exactly. And so but I thought overall he played well. I thought he played well to really well, actually. He did a lot of really good things that get overlooked because – the pass interference calls. And a few of them were good calls, obviously, and they were in big moments. I think that's what we see. But I thought, like I said, I thought half of them were picking on the unicorn.
I agree with you. I think Riley played really well, and I think when you get a reputation for being handsy, that reputation follows you around the league, and the officials are like, hey, watch this guy, he gets really handsy. And then it is a precursor to just throwing more flags in his direction. So it certainly happens. That's certainly part of it. And then the receivers take advantage of it. Receivers will push off and do things to him, and he'll be the one that gets called. So they know. I mean, there's a scouting report on what officials call, what they don't call. There's a scouting report on how guys play, and how you can draw a penalty. Like, we know who's liable to get a personal foul. We know going in there. So, you might jaw with that guy a little bit more. You might do a few things that incite that player.
Yeah, I think, that's a really good point. I think if you're an offense, what do you say? Like, okay, hey, if you're going to take a chance on a 50-50 ball, we're going to throw it up towards Riley Moss. We're going to go at him, right? Because, we might get the penalty. We might get a catch, right? But, it's like, all right, you're going to start picking on that guy.
Well, Talanoa Hufunga standing up for his guy, Riley Moss.
Refs were very trigger happy when it comes to the flags with him, but he is a guy that works really hard. I got to work out a lot with him this offseason. And just seeing the details, I think, he's a very athletic human being. Like, a lot of people kind of discredit it because, it's the white corner. I'm not going to say that, but that's what everybody else does. But he is probably actually one of the most athletic corners I've ever been around. Quick twitch. And now it's really just what can we do to get his technique to where it's at. And, coaches have done a great job. He's done a great job. Hopefully go out there and make more plays like that he did today. Go out there and make a lot of those this season. And he'll be very happy when it comes at the end of the year.
Another Bronco listening to Brandon Stokley.
Yeah, see? It's not just me saying that. So they see what's going on. But obviously, I think we all saw last year a few of those calls were just terrible calls. But overall, he's done a really, really good job. I mean, you're talking about, a third-round pick that, was banged up his first year and then comes in last year and just, did a really good job overall.
Here's Sean talking about Riley Moss.
It's fantastic. Look, there's two things that can happen. You're either deflecting it, but the ability to be able to catch it as a defensive back, it's tough if you don't have decent enough hands because they'll just throw at you. So it was a good play.
Yeah, he had a great interception yesterday going up and taking it away from Cortland Sutton. Okay, it's time for the bold prediction, okay? My bold prediction.
Okay.
I've taken this over from Johnny Sensitive.
Wow.
I'm going to hear something very vile in my ear here in just a second here. All love. Johnny, like we told you, this is how we love. This is our show. This is how we show love, okay?
Yep. Can I guess what your bold
prediction is? Trust
be?
me. You've seen me on the receiving end of it. You could take a little bit of it. You want to?
Well, if you're talking about
Riley Moss,
you're talking
what
about
do you
Riley
think
Moss.
My bold Riley Moss prediction
Okay,
is?
your bold Riley Moss prediction is the Broncos will re-sign Riley Moss to a contract extensions before the season's over.
No,
okay.
But table that conversation.
Okay.
Let's
All
circle
right.
back to
Okay.
that.
All right.
No, he led the league in PIs last year with 10. Trigger-happy officials, wide receivers selling it, all the good reasons you give. My bold prediction is he cuts that number in half.
Okay.
Only 5 PIs. It's not to think that he's going to completely flip the narrative in 1 year, I think, is asking too much.
Yeah, I mean,
but
well,
cut him in half.
Well, that would be great. I mean, only 5? Yeah, I think that is a bold prediction. Because guess what, Mike? Who are they throwing the ball at? They're not throwing at Pat Surtain, right? They're trying to stay away from him. So he's going to have a lot more action over there. This is an offensive league. If you touch a guy at, past 5 yards, they throw flags on you. So if you tell me he only has 5 or 6, I would sign up for that right now.
So you think what I'm hearing is improvement for him in your eyes might be cutting it to 7?
Yeah.
That would still put him among the league leaders in a category you don't want to be in.
I understand that, but at the same time, like I said, where are all the footballs going? At him. So he's getting a lot more balls thrown at him than a lot of other cornerbacks because he's just opposite of Pat Surtain.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. I think there's no question in my mind that he'll cut those penalties way back, and I wouldn't be surprised at all he cut them in half. I do know.
Would you sign up for 5 right now?
Yeah, right now I would. And I do know this, having sat in those meetings, having sat in the Fox seminar and listened to the officials, one of the things the officials said was the competition committee was really upset about how pass interference has been officiated, and that to look for more OPI this year. So that's going to be
the point of emphasis. Offensive pass interference
is going to be more about offensive pass interference because they think the offensive players are taking advantage and getting away with murder. And so they're like, just understand there will be more OPIs called this year than have been called in previous years. We're going to try to balance it out a little bit.
That blows my mind. I mean, in a league that is, for the last 20, 25 years has been basically rigging or shifting all the rules to benefit the offense, and now they're going to call offensive pass interference?
Yes.
And usually when it's a point of emphasis, like you're going to see
You'll
a lot of
see
flags.
it in the preseason. I don't know. That's one I'll be surprised if it carries on into the regular season.
Really?
I will be.
So I wouldn't be at all. Like when they said, hey, man, during COVID, they were going to stop calling holding so much, right? And all of a sudden holding just went away.
Well, that benefited the offense.
Yeah, I understand that. But that was their point of emphasis, and they're going to make sure their point of emphasis is, makes a difference.
But this is the first time you've been doing this for a while. Is this the first time you can recall a point of emphasis being offensive driven?
No,
that could hurt the offense.
Right. I mean, I think they've done it before where I know as a member of the Broncos where the cutting and some of the holding calls, we're going to tighten these things that we didn't call last year are going to be called this year, and they certainly threw more flags coming off back-to-back world championships. You watch the holding calls we had. We didn't change our technique, but the holding calls went up dramatically, and that was a point of emphasis from the league to say, hey, these things we're not going to allow anymore, things that we've allowed for a long time.
When you're in one of these Fox seminar like classroom type things, are you forced to sit in the back? Are you told to sit in the back?
No.
Does like Brady and Olsen get the seats?
Where do
up
they
front?
sit and where do you sit?
No, it's like a big giant rectangle. And and the NFL presents from this side, and then everybody has equal distance.
I see.
And so I sat up front but everybody's up front.
You and Vilma?
It was no. Vilma was on the other side, so it was me, and then on the next to me on the corner there was the Sunday crew. So it was Bradshaw and it was Howie Long and it was Michael Strahan and Carissa Thompson and Jules and Gronk and then on the opposite side of me.
Did you have to wake Gronk up during the middle of it?
Yeah, I did a couple times.
I mean,
hey Gronk sleepy.
Gronk tired. Yeah.
Bradshaw's still doing it.
Oh yeah, Bradshaw's still in.
Man, don't you? It's a little bit like Corso. It's just time for him. It's time for him to go.
Well, no, that was.
Well, it's just time to go.
I mean, Corso definitely. But,
yeah, I mean, same thing with Terry.
You think Terry has entered that category?
No, I mean not to that degree, but it's just time. It's time to freshen that thing up.
Oh, well, that's why they brought Jules, and that's why they brought Gronk, friends of Brady.
Friends of Brady, FOBs.
Yeah, FOBs, like FOB. Like if you play with Brady, you got a chance to work at Fox.
Yeah. All right. That's, we'll see if Amendola gets a
maybe
a try, or Hogan.
Maybe Hogan.
Maybe Hogue. All right, time for 4 Down Territory.
Welcome to 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth keep you up to date on the latest buzz from around the Denver sports scene and beyond. Kicking it off with First Down.
All right, Stoke, remember I threw something at you at 6:05 and you just weren't ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, get ready. Here we go.
Wow.
Pat Bryant, another good day. So says Brandon Stokley yesterday. So says Sean Payton.
Look, his weight's at a good spot. He's got some of the better hands in traffic with his feet on the ground. He's really good run after the catch. I said this to you guys a year ago. He's real smart, so he's someone that can move from X to the slot. It'll be easy creating his role.
All right, so I asked you, and I buttered you up with a very nice compliment. I said, I consider you an expert. I consider you an authority on all things wide receiver.
Right.
And then you proceeded to let me down because I asked for give me a comp. Give me a comp to Pat Bryant, somebody that we can look at and watch. We're all familiar with in the NFL that you think Pat Bryant.
He's got to be an active player?
No.
Okay, Marcus Colston.
Yeah, it's twice now you've disappointed me. It's twice. You're going to lose your expert.
Mike Thomas.
Mike Thomas? You're going to go back to that one again? Can you come up with a Bronco? Can you come up with a former Bronco?
A former Bronco.
Like Ed McCaffrey or
Rod Smith. I mean, like, that's two. I mean, like, goodness gracious. How about Eric Decker?
Okay, why?
Bigger body guy.
Okay.
He's like Sean said, he's good run after the catch. He's got really good hands. There you go. How about that? Is that okay?
What do you think how's the best way to use him? Is he an outside guy, slot guy? What do you think his best role
I think he's a little bit of both, because we saw him last year go into the slot a little bit, and like Sean said, I mean, I guess he knows his playbook really well, and you can move him all over the place. So he can play the X, he can play, which is on the ball, usually a bigger wide receiver, and he can play inside. So they have a lot of those guys. Waddle can do that. Troy Franklin does that. We see him inside. We see him outside. Mims can do that. So they have a lot of flexibility with this wide receiver room. I'm excited about that group.
You want me to give you a guy?
Yes, give us a guy.
Okay.
Who in the NFC South reminds you of Pat Bryant?
Chris Godwin.
No. Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
That
too.
would be great.
I like Chris
All
Godwin.
right, now you're coming back.
Am I?
All
I'm
right.
bouncing back?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
All right.
I was going to say at the end of it, toward the end of his career, they moved him inside to the slot. This guy that I'm thinking about, big receiver, did not want to move into the slot, and then ended up having a 115-catch season.
You talking about Larry
there.
Fitzgerald?
Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald.
Wait,
didn't run real
he's
well.
like a top 10 wide receiver of all time.
At the
Talking
very
stylistically here, or not?
I'm talking about at the very end of his career, they moved him into the slot, big body in the slot. I love that thought process. I'm not comparing it. I'm not
Mark,
saying he's Larry Fitzgerald.
That's worse than mine. Like, you can't, because Larry Fitzgerald's like 6'6".
No, he's not.
6'5". I mean, Pat Bryant's like 6 foot, 6'1".
No, he's like 6'3".
Controversy.
Oh, man, come on. Give me a Pat. How tall?
Pat Bryant is listed at 6'2".
6'2". How tall is Larry Fitzgerald? 6'5".
No, 6'3".
6'3". So these things are always exaggerated by at least an inch. So Fitzgerald's 6'2" and Bryant's 6'1".
Fitzgerald's way bigger than that.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
Right.
No, but you can't do that, Mark. You're talking about a top 10 receiver of all time, man.
I'm talking late in his career, moving inside. I like the thought of a big body slot receiver.
Not a bad rookie season for Pat Bryant. 15 games, 31 catches, 378 yards, 12 yards per catch, which ranked him second on the team for yards per catch. So
no, I thought it was a really good rookie
season.
year.
Yeah.
And he had he had 2 concussions, I think. So, hopefully he doesn't have another one this year. But I
don't know why that gets me every time.
What was that?
The little noggin sign.
I like that.
AI tie.
That's a funny sound.
That is a funny one. All right, next in 4-down territory, Adam Troutman talking about a possible reunion with his former Saints teammate, Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I mean, he's super unique, and he was one of my friends in New Orleans. He's super talented, obviously. He can do pretty much everything. He's the true definition of Swiss Army knife. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Front office is in control of that, obviously, and everything. But we'll see. But obviously, if he comes here, he'd obviously be a great addition. You know he'd fit the culture.
All right, so the pushback against the idea of bringing in Taysom Hill, and I've heard a lot of it, do you think it's because, come on, guys, he's 36, he's coming off a serious knee injury, his best days are behind him, or is it because people are just tired of ex-Saints showing up here?
I don't care about ex-Saints. I mean, they're good players.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I think that's what you're trying to find, and you're trying to find guys that you know, right? And if you're Sean Payton. And obviously, going into his 4th year now, you're not going to see that as much as early on when he got here. But, no, I don't mind ex-Saints. I just think that, for me, I don't know how much juice Taysom Hill has left in the tank, honestly, and what would his role be here. And so I just think his better days are behind him. That's the way I see Taysom Hill. I know Mark disagrees.
Well, no, I think his better days are probably behind him, but that doesn't mean he's not better than some of the guys you have here. And from a versatility standpoint and his ability to play special teams on game day, he is a guy that brings great value. So.
Yeah, I mean, do you still think like he's a great special teams player at 36 years old? Is he going to give you a lot there?
You know what? I don't know. I really don't. I know toward the end of the season he had started playing like good football again, and they didn't really use him because he wasn't their guy. So it was one of those things where early he was coming off that ACL. That reconstruction, he didn't play for the first 5 weeks. Then he got, a little bit, just dabbled in here, dabbled in there. And by that time, they had already kind of moved on and established the guys they were going to play with. So he'd just be interesting to bring into camp. It doesn't mean he has to make the team. Be interested to see what he could do.
Yeah, and come on, all due respect, who do you think could add more to this team? Taysom Hill or Garrett Atkins, right? I mean, come on, right? So I think I'd rather take my chance with Taysom Hill. So,
and it doesn't mean that if Garrett Atkins outperforms him, you're just going to let go of Taysom Hill.
Right. We both tried.
I don't know what the heck y'all.
We both tried.
I'm like, I'm trying to think about.
We both tried.
I was trying to think like
we both tried.
I'm like, who's this Garrett Atkins
I tried,
guy?
and then you doubled down.
I was so confused. I'm like, who the hell is Garrett Atkins?
He used to play for the Rockies.
Yes, that's my guy.
Yes,
I hang out with him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he's in the neighborhood.
I was trying to lure you into an O'Reilly.
Did we just get a Garrett Atkins tight end? Like, golly, holy cow!
You know what? That was like.
Both of y'all.
Both of us.
That was
because I kind of looked at you, but you went with it, so I guess I thought I was a dum-dum here. I'm like, all right.
That was an O'Reilly tag team.
Right.
You withstood. Good
Yes.
job. Props
Good
to
job
you.
by you.
All right,
Great
next
job.
in 4-down territory, Talanoa Hufanga talking about his comfort level settling in year 2 as a Bronco.
It was a true honor. I'll be honest. I've never been captain before, so that was something that shocked me. They honestly presented to me, and it was one of those things I never really knew I could be something like that. And in terms of it seemed like I had to be a little bit more vocal than I ever was, because I'm a very communicating person on the field, not necessarily to break the huddle down and doing that stuff, but it kind of turned into that, and it was kind of something that I had to learn. And that's what they want us. They want us to be uncomfortable, and it was definitely something I grew out of my shell to do.
What a fit again! What a hit in free agency. And you think about how many teams free agency is. I mean, there's a reason we say it over and over. You're paying A+ money for B- players, and it just seems like free agency is just so much hit or miss. But boy, since the Sean Payton, George Payton collaboration began, they have been way, way, way above average, among the top teams in the NFL when it comes to free agency.
I mean, think about it.
Powers.
Right.
Hufunga.
Zach Allen. We
Are
forget
you
about Zach
kidding
Allen.
me?
Yeah.
Zach
You know,
Allen.
traded for John Franklin Myers, and he was a great addition. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at Malcolm Roach and
Yeah.
DJ Jones. I mean, look, the hits just keep going.
Right.
Those guys weren't here. You had to either trade for them or bring them in, sign them in free agency. So, Hufunga, put him on the list, man. He was great last year, and guess what? I expect him to be better this year. More comfortable,
Catch some
knows
of those,
the system.
more interceptions.
Yes. Gonna actually catch the ball this year. So I think what we saw last year is just a start for him.
Yeah, Hufunga is one of those guys that's an A-plus player that you get in free agency because he had a couple of years of injuries. And so people are like, we're a little bit, we're down on him. He's been injury prone. But you hear him, like, just from a leadership standpoint, communication standpoint, and we saw what he does is on the football field. The guy is just all over the place. So what a great pickup.
That's what they used to talk about me and Indy. A-plus pickup, but we only got him because he was injured in Baltimore.
Yeah,
right? That's what they said about me in Indy.
There's two things that I heard today that made me instantly think of you. That. And then twitchy.
Twitchy.
They were talking about Riley Moss being really twitchy. And I was like, that's Stokely.
That's
right
twitchy.
There.
Yeah.
Twitchy.
I'm twitchy.
It's
not. I'm not twitchy anymore.
No.
Now
twitchy.
you're just itchy.
Finally, in four-down territory, some breaking NFL news this morning. Bijan Robinson signs the richest running back deal in history. He gets a 3-year extension worth up to $75 million, $55 million of it guaranteed. So with the new annual value to that deal, he passes Saquon Barkley to become the richest running back. But that could change. Jahmyr Gibbs, who's got
he'll have that for 24
a hold
hours.
in going on right now in Detroit, might end up getting more. All right, Mark, you can have your pick. Maybe fantasy owners are listening to this with interest. Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs?
If you're talking about fantasy, I would go Jahmyr Gibbs because they've got a better offense. They've got a better quarterback. They've got more weapons. So it just is more things you have to defend when you're playing Detroit. Although Atlanta's got some, big-time weapons as well with Drake London, the Pitts at the tight end position. But, yeah, I would probably go Gibbs.
Wow. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, you can I would probably, say the same just because of the offense is better in Detroit. But at the same time, I figure Detroit might be winning more games and the Falcons will be losing more games, so they're going to throw the ball more. He's going to get more opportunities to, catch the football.
Hey, it's good to see running backs getting paid.
No more David Montgomery.
Right.
Yeah.
Right in Detroit.
Correct.
So it is. It is.
It is good because it was what a bias that was held against running backs. Oh, your career expectancy is so low and you're always getting hurt, and there's just no value in paying these guys. But
absolutely,
maybe it's because these running backs now do so much more than just simply run the football. That they're worth paying now. So it's good to see.
Well, you look at those guys that are special. Christian, right? The guys that can do, like you said, not only in the running game but also in the passing game. Those guys are, they're very valuable.
All right, that'll do it for Four Down Territory, our tour around the NFL. Up next, Stoke was here at practice yesterday, and I wonder if what stood out yesterday kind of takes some of the steam out of the big story of the first couple days. That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Recently talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. A couple of years ago, my kids sold their house, man. I'll tell you what, made big money on it. The market was just hot. Well, in the last couple of years, prices have declined. Lots of inventory out there right now. So if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy still offering this $5,000 guarantee. If you can't sell your house at your price that you agree upon, plus the timeline that you agree upon, he's going to, listen to this, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families, as I speak, approved and ready to buy. So if you have a house, Troy probably has the perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
You worked hard for your money. It's time your money worked harder for you. Open a 7-month CD from Wings Credit Union and earn a guaranteed 4.4% annual percentage yield with just a $500 minimum deposit. It's one of our best rates of the year, but like all good things, it won't stick around forever. Get started today at wingsco.com/CD special. Let's figure it out together. Rate accurate as of July 31st, 2026, and subject to change without notice. Subject to eligibility. Insured by NCUA.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
They will resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money, so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CASH to borrow up to $10,000.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
We are live out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Beautiful day out here. Started out pretty chilly. Still a lot better than it's been the last couple of days, as hot as it's been. But Broncos will be out there today. Both you guys kind of can read the vibe, the ebb and flow of camp. And after being in pads yesterday, Sean saying, hey, Wednesday might be the day you want to be out here. Pads, 2.5-hour practice. So both you guys anticipate it being kind of chill today?
I think so. You put on pads for the first day yesterday, so you got after it a little bit. And then Wednesday's supposed to be a long day, another padded day. You're going to get after it then. That might be the most physical, longest practice of training camp on Wednesday. So today you probably dial it back a little bit, Mark.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, that's how it operates nowadays, right? We can't put these guys in pads 2 days in a row. I mean,
and you can't have two hard days in a row,
They
right?
may have to complain to the union, and
Boy,
the union's going to
your
come out.
bitterness, and let's just call it what it is, envy. You're just
jealousy.
You're just jealous.
I am.
I am
just
too.
jealous.
Right. Absolutely.
You're not. This isn't about how they're not being properly prepared to go out and play a 17-game schedule. You're just jealous that you had to work harder.
Yeah, this is like patty cake camp. I mean, it's soft.
What would Russ Grimm say about today's?
He would be so upset.
Yeah, he'd make you guys practice on your own
Right.
after practice.
Yeah, right. He might make these guys practice without cleats on, just barefoot. Oh, you guys like to go out barefoot, do you? Out before practice, walking around in the grass in your bare feet. We're practicing it barefoot today, Coach. And everybody's out there like the Flintstones, running around with their bare feet. How do you like it now? Now, how do you like it?
Oh, you got me on that one. Well, you're right. Tomorrow might be the hardest day of training camp because guess what, folks? Next Friday, they're playing a preseason game.
Right. So
they're in Atlanta playing a preseason game.
So you're leaving on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean.
No joint practices are scheduled.
I mean, can we change that? Because
No.
I looked, we got Green Bay.
Seems like that'd be
the
tailor-made.
second one,
Yep.
right? Why are we not joint practicing against Green Bay? I don't know. They always tell us, Mark, that's the most important practices of training camp, more so than preseason games. You get more from these joint practices than anything else, and now we're not even doing one of them.
It's going to be interesting to see how they approach preseason games, knowing they don't have any of these joint practices. Are guys going to play more?
I think, you know what it is, and I think it goes back to the extended off season. They started their mini camp and OTAs later than everybody. They started training camp. I just think that Sean Payton looks at it and says, we have a veteran team. We have guys that already know the system. We just don't need to do a lot during this training camp, during this offseason, like we did the first 2 years we were here. And I would much rather keep these guys sharp, keep these guys fresh, keep these guys healthy, than put them through their paces here. We just, relative to, okay, I'm going to use a line, relative to a lot of the other teams in the league or relative to his situation here the first couple of years, I think he just looks at it like, I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize the regular season. And there's no need to really push these guys during the offseason, during camp.
Man,
I know it goes.
I know
completely flies again. But what other theory do you have?
Football. It's football. I mean, you got to get ready to play football. I mean, I get it. You got a veteran team, but at the same time, I mean, don't you think you need to start fast this year? I mean, and that's the problem. I think it also is, you got to know the pulse of your team. You got to know your team, and I think Sean has done a great job of that the previous 3 years. But man, you want to push these guys. You want to continue to push.
Would you
push.
say that the training camps the last 2 years have been about getting prepared to play football, or has it been we got a rookie quarterback, We're putting in a bunch of new systems offensively and defensively. We're completely changing the look of this team. We're changing the core of this team. We're changing the culture of this team. I think it was more about that than it was we got to callous these guys and get them ready to play football. I don't think that's the approach anymore. I think these guys take such good care of themselves. The season's so long. There's already this mentality of let's use the first couple games of the regular season almost as an extension of the preseason. So once you've already kind of determined that we've got everything installed, we've got the culture in place, then I think, Mark, the idea of getting ready to play football kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, probably to some degree, and part of it is, keeping up with the Joneses. If ever is going to do it, then ever is going to be a little bit behind for the first 2 weeks. But I think that's why it's so important to be ready to roll week 1, because you do have the toughest portion of your schedule in the first 6-7 weeks. And if you can come out like a house of fire and grab some games early, like last year, you came out slow, you had lost a couple of games early. You were 1-2 to start the season, and then then your offense and then your team kind of kick-started, I think, in that Philadelphia game. So, ultimately, I think it's important to come out of the gates on fire and be ready to go this season to grab a couple of games early.
Yeah, and I think the other thing here that we got to talk about is, Bo Nix didn't practice in the offseason. Right? He's coming off that ankle surgery at the end of the year, then had to clean up, and then, what he practiced one day, limited at the end of that last mini camp or 2 days. And so how much work do you want to give Bo Nix? Do we need to see Bo Nix, right, in any preseason games? What is that going to look like? Because, obviously, to Mark's point, you want to get off to a fast start. You're opening this thing against Kansas City in KC. Right, and it doesn't get easier the next 5 weeks after that. So, you'd like to be ready to go as much as possible, but how much do you put Bo out there in the preseason? What would you say?
I would – listen, I believe in the Bill Parcells adage, the only way to get better at football is by playing football, and that was always his mindset when it came to his regulars playing during training camp. But I don't know. I think there is such a fear of guys getting hurt that increasingly coaches just look at it and say it's not worth it. And to back up my point about, how Sean Payton's approaching this camp compared to the last two, I think the removal of the joint practice tells you a lot. Because when they had the joint practice, it was all about the value of the joint practice and everything you get out of it. And now all of a sudden, this is the year you decide not to do a joint practice? What goes into that thinking?
And especially, I think it's more valuable this year than the previous years because, how much are you going to actually play your starting quarterback in preseason games? Maybe the second game. Maybe, I don't even know if he plays. He's not going to play in the third game. So guess what? You can control the joint practices. Your quarterback's not going to get hit, but you still get different looks, and you're going against different guys, different schemes. There's still so much value to it. I would think this year would be almost even more valuable to do these joint practices or to at least do one than the previous
I'll tell you what,
Mark,
he is definitely setting himself up for a ton of scrutiny and second-guessing if they get off to another slow start.
Well, I will tell you this. He doesn't care.
I know that doesn't matter, but,
Sean.
If they're 1-2, it doesn't matter if he doesn't care about the scrutiny. It's still coming down.
There's a fine line between, from my standpoint, you want to eliminate injuries, you got to practice football. You got to work at football. You got to become good at football. And the only way you do that, is obviously you have to practice. But the games are important.
I know.
You're getting in the games and playing against somebody else and seeing a different look and seeing a different technique that you got to go. That stuff is important. And so I understand that there's this balance, the scales of justice, so injuries versus playing. But I do believe if you don't play enough, you're more apt to get injured. So there's a fine line there.
Yeah, so what would your plan be for the first team offense for Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, this offensive line, Jalen Waddle? What would your plan be?
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Yes, Dobbins. What would you?
I would want to see them play, the first two series of game one.
Okay.
Just two series, which isn't, you got to put some plays in. It can't be 3 and out, right? But You got to put some plays in. I'd like to see, kind of my approach or our approach when I played was always like, let's go out there, let's put a drive together, let's punch this in the end zone. Let's be productive while we're out here. It's not one of those things like I'm just looking to the sideline. When do we get out? When do we get out? Let's go out there and be productive. Game 1, Game 2, play into the second quarter. That's it. And Game 3, you're probably not playing at all.
Not playing. I like that plan.
Like, I don't think Matthew Stafford's going to play at all for the Rams this preseason.
Well, he doesn't need to.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
He's 60.
I get that. But what
why are you comparing Matthew
What I'm
Stafford
saying
to us here in Bo Nix?
All right. Well, there might be some other quarterbacks. Does Aaron Rodgers play in the preseason? Probably not.
No.
Hold on.
70.
He's
What
70.
are you doing?
I just went from 60 to 70.
God.
Well, wait a minute. Don't those guys need reps too?
No.
They don't?
No.
They don't need reps.
No.
First team offense doesn't need reps with your quarterback out there.
No.
All right.
It's,
Well,
it's a different. Well, give me
All
do
right.
better. Be
Do
better.
better.
Do better. Be
Does
better.
Daniel Jones play in the
better.
preseason this year?
Okay.
Does Justin Herbert play in the preseason this year?
That's better.
Does your guy, Justin Herbert? You probably had intel. You guys are buddies.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
You FaceTime every night. What's your buddy Justin Herbert?
We're talking about the marriage. When is he going to get married so I can clear my calendar?
Didn't he already get married, or is he engaged?
He's just
He's
got engaged.
Okay.
Madison Beers.
Yeah. Wow, you got that? You in the wedding?
Ooh.
Are they doing that in
I like
New
beer.
York?
You can't.
Oh,
you
business
can't.
street.
One of those NAs? What are
DNAs.
No.
DNA.
DNAs? DNAs?
What's it?
What
DNA.
are they called?
No.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
Non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure.
NDA.
NDAs.
Yeah. Hey, I got a little dyslexic. You can appreciate that.
Yes.
My goodness.
What
You're stumbling around.
idiot?
You hear Madison Beers. I've never heard
I got
of
all
her, and you got all flustered.
Google it.
Oh, wow. So
this is going off the rails.
This goes off the rails.
Well,
So
the old DNA.
How much? All right. How much would you? How many series do you think Bo Nix plays in the preseason? Over or under? I'm gonna set the over under on series at series now.
Yeah.
4.5.
That's right where I was at. I'll go over. I think 5 or 6.
I will too.
I think
over.
5 or 6, and that's going to be it. He's not going to play the last preseason game. I think it's 1 or 2 in the first one, depending on how long the drive goes, right?
Correct.
And then the second one, you're looking at 3 or so,
Yeah.
and then that's going to be it, man. That's going to be let's. But to Mark's point, look, there's something about playing real football. It's a different feeling when you go out there, and you're playing real football, and it's a different feeling than practice, than joint practices. When you get in the stadium and you run out there on the field, so you need to be ready to do that. You don't want to just go out and be, first game of the year against the Chiefs and like you haven't got that feeling yet.
I agree with you. You don't have to convince me, but it just seems like increasingly the trend around the league is less is more during the preseason, and you just want to save it all for the regular season. You were out here yesterday. You watched practice. The fact that this was the first day of something that resembled real football, and that the pads came on, and that the defense was allowed to get away with a little bit more. The fact that after the first few days that seemingly were all about the offense winning, that the defense came back and won. Anything that takes some of the starch, some of the steam out of what the offense did the first couple days, that on the day that they first kind of played, quote-unquote, real football,
right?
The offense didn't look the same?
No, not at all. Not at all. You expect the defense, to kind of – because they've gotten pushed around a little bit. This offense has looked really good. And, again, like we talked about yesterday, what happens? Those defensive coaches like, all right, pads are on today, And so let's get after these guys a little bit. It's time to pick it up, right? We've been kind of, I thought we were supposed to be a great defense, and you're out here acting like this, so they're getting on them a little bit. Well, the defense is going to come out with a chip on their shoulder, a little extra motivation, and that's perfect. That's what you saw yesterday. But no, I'm still very high on this offense. I love what I've seen so far from this group, and but no, nothing what I saw yesterday is going to take anything away from that right now.
Completely expected. You expected, especially with all the chatter about the offense really looking good and the offense being great. And I guarantee you in those meeting rooms, defensive players are irritated. Like, come on, this isn't even real. Like, you guys don't have pads on. We can't really jam you at the line of scrimmage. They're all, hey, don't tackle anybody, don't hit anybody, And so all of a sudden they're going to have their pride challenged a little bit by the defensive coaches. They're going to come out. First day in pads, they're going to go, let's go establish ourselves, guys. Let's go make sure we squelch this uprising. This offense looks great. Let's go ahead and do our thing. And they did, and you expect that.
Yeah, like this new offense with Davis Webb.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pushing us around. Okay, we'll show them. What's going to be interesting, though, is, today's going to probably be a light day tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I was going
What
to
does
say
it
that.
look like tomorrow? And it probably will get a little chippy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a long day. The offensive coaches are going to be on the offense. Why y'all letting them push you around? Defensive guys will be ready to go. So Wednesday's going to be the day. That's going to be a fun one tomorrow.
Is tomorrow a must-win for the offense?
There you go. Knuckles.
That was good. That was good.
Did I redeem myself after NDAs and DNAs?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I said NA.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
We still need to talk about your wardrobe, but that was good.
The wardrobe. Is that velvet? Is this velvet? Your shorts, are they velvet?
The salmon shorts?
They're not velvet.
Okay.
Well, you tell me. You're a golf short
No,
aficionado.
they feel like some
ugly,
microfiber.
right?
It
Right.
almost look a little bit velvet.
Right.
Those are like,
listen,
those are good fitting shorts. It's just the color. Like, that's a bad color.
It's tough to match up salmon.
I know.
It is.
Just get like blue shorts.
Yeah.
You have like just
I got some
blue
blue shorts,
yeah.
but
that would have been better with all this blue.
I'm bringing out the repertoire of new
Okay.
golf shorts and golf stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm still working my way through. I'm not at a Brandon Stokley level where I'm impeccably accessorized. I'm not there yet. Give me some credit. Let me work through. It's like training camp for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it always feels like your clothes are a little too tight. Just a bit.
No.
Doesn't always feel that way. It feels that way to me.
Chubby.
Your hat's a little too small, which
Right, yes.
that's always.
Today the hat's not too small. I was just wearing a little bit too high.
I can't even get the sleeve.
No, you can't.
That's the bicep.
right.
There's too much bicep in there. Feel the bicep. Feel the bicep.
Tubby kid.
Either we
What was
need
that? Preacher curls,
Preacher
right?
curls.
Preacher
Either we
Preacher
need
curls.
we need to ratchet your size up a half size, or ratchet your body size down a half size.
Well, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
That might be applicable. Yeah, I love the fact that you're lecturing me, especially the guy that just believes anything that's black on black is just good for.
Yeah, I'm like AC/DC.
Yes.
That's
Back
right.
in black.
Yes, you just and the same things over and over again. You have like 2 or 3. It's kind of like the Bronco run game menu back in the day.
I've got like
you got 6 plays.
I've
you
got
have
I've got a 6
clothes.
T-shirt rotation.
6 T-shirt.
And then I've got 2 pullover rotation.
Yeah.
And then I got like 3 jeans.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about.
I don't ever wear jeans anymore.
I always wear jeans.
I know you do. I never wear jeans.
You never
anymore.
wear shorts. The only time
Why
I
is
ever
it-
see you wear shorts is if we do have a golf tournament.
Is something wrong with your legs? Like,
No,
are you like?
I think it is.
What is wrong with him?
He's embarrassed about his legs.
No. Why?
Because he's so
Are they too skinny?
he's so big and
Up
yoked
top?
up top,
Right,
and then
yeah.
he's got these little turkey legs down below, and he doesn't want to.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to show them off.
I am built like a turkey. But I will say this about my legs. When you've had 20 knee surgeries,
Oh,
your pins,
here come the surgeries.
No.
Okay.
Your pins are
No
not going to be
excuses,
very
no
thick.
explanations,
But
good
here's
job.
the deal. As my dad always used to say, have you ever seen a quarter horse with fat legs? No. I'm a quarter
Now
horse.
he's going to quarter. I
Yeah,
like
quarter
turkey
horse.
better. I like turkey.
Well, of course you like
I
turkey,
like turkey
better,
better.
but I'm a
It's
quarter
funnier.
horse.
Yeah.
I'm a quarter horse. Just going. I'm just going.
Just trouting. Just
Plus, my left knee is larger than my quad.
See, now,
the left knee
now
is
it's all
larger than
coming
the
out.
quad.
Now it's all coming.
So it
seriously,
looks
we-
lower.
it could be like we'll be out here to watch practice the next 2 days. Like it's 2.5 hour practice tomorrow. It could be 98 degrees, just blazing. He'll be wearing jeans and a black T-shirt.
The jeans.
Yeah, I don't.
With a
but
black
I'm
hat.
not sweaty though. I'm not like I don't sweat.
But
I'm not a sweaty
You're not a
guy.
sweater?
even like, do you get like some under the
Under-
your big old
Yeah.
because you got some man
moves. He's got
boobs
some
like
moves.
do
Yeah.
those
Does
sweat?
he get move sweat?
Yeah, like when I was playing, I put shoulder pads on. I'd come out of practice. I'd have a booby sweat.
Right.
Yeah,
yes,
it has
a
some
lot.
booby sweat.
I know, but like nowadays, is it no?
No,
not really.
no,
Okay.
not really.
All right.
No.
Then you're real sweaty.
I don't know. Is it Ty? Do you have it at your disposal? What are we talking about? I mean, no. Here
Let's pivot a little bit here at the end of this segment. The trade deadline came and went yesterday. The Rockies did make a couple of moves.
They sent Antonio Sensatella, who was a great representative of the franchise for almost a decade and a half.
15 years?
Are
you
serious?
Yeah, from the time
No
he
way.
Was, from the time he was signed.
He came up through the yard
Oh,
goats
wow.
and everything else.
That's wow. I didn't realize he's been there. I remember you think about, like, that was the rotation. You had Senzatella, was it Marquez, Freeland, and
the Baldo was. I mean, he was here with the Baldo, wasn't he?
No. No.
Yeah, right. I did. That's too early.
Right.
Sorry.
But that was going to be like the core group,
right?
The core like pitching staff moving forward, and then. Yeah, it just didn't really turn out like we had all hoped. I was hoping for more.
Tonight it didn't happen.
No, were you hoping for more?
Buddy. I was hoping for more splash. I want to get fired up about
trading
something.
Mickey Moniak going to be splash?
Let's trade Mickey
Jake
Moniak.
McCarthy
Let's
got to be
trade
splash?
him. Let's give me some. Yes. Let's flip this thing over. I want excitement. But all right, that's all we could get. That's all we could do.
So
is a couple little trades
and Brenton Doyle.
Brenton Doyle.
Yeah. So I got like 4 prospects in return.
That will never probably play.
You know what? I wasn't really bothered by it because a couple things. One, if this thing's ever going to turn around, you need more good players. And rather than trading guys that have been pretty good for you, maybe you should start to stockpile good players. And the other thing, too, is that I think we kind of saw with all the trades going down, save for a few teams that I thought the Red Sox grossly overpaid for that catcher from Rauschman from Baltimore. But otherwise, there was a lot of deals that went down. And you're like, teams didn't have to give up a whole heck of a lot. And I wonder if the Rockies looked at it and said, could we move a Moniak? Could we move a McCarthy? Could we move some other guys? But what are we really going to get? And they're pretty good players. And they've been part of a kind of renaissance in terms of the culture surrounding this Rockies team. And so if you believe that the culture of the Rockies is turning and some good vibes are being put in place, why would you be in a hurry to move on from those players who've helped create that?
Plus, we're not playing next year, so we don't have to pay anybody.
Well, that's the other thing. And that's why I think the haul or what you saw teams getting in return for players wasn't that great, because I think a lot of teams said, look, we're not going to play next year.
Yeah.
Why are we going to give you a bunch of our top prospects?
This half-season rental, right?
Right.
We're just going to rent a guy from you for, half a season.
Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed, but,
I mean, what are you
if you're not going to get any value
what are you going to get for Jake? What are you going to get for Jake McCarthy?
Right, yeah.
What are you going to get
right.
for Jake
you're
McCarthy?
Right. You're right.
You know?
I mean, the only guy you're going to get great return for is
Hunter.
Yeah. And so other than that, you're not going to get a lot.
Although if you took the deal that the Red Sox gave for Rauschman, I don't know. I might have taken that for Goodman. They gave a lot.
Did they?
They gave up their top 2 pitchers in their system. They gave up.
I can't get too excited about your top prospects.
I could.
Could you?
Yeah.
You buy into the prospects?
I mean, what else do I have to buy into?
Well, what
right?
about buy into the idea that these guys that you want to trade actually played pretty well for them this year?
Okay.
No?
No, give me prospects.
You just want to continue to just bring
Rinse
in
and
new
repeat.
prospects.
Yep.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Never actually have a day of reckoning.
Yes.
Let's just keep turning these guys
right.
over for prospects.
Yep.
Okay, I got you. All right, coming up next, when it comes to play calling this year, is Sean Payton going to be able to butt out? That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Loffer. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, the benefits of energy-efficient windows not just felt in the winter. Same goes in the summer, keeping that hot air out, that AC in, saving you big money along the way. But you need good windows to make that happen. Good installation, good customer service. You get all that and much more with Bluebird Windows and Doors. Locally and family owned for over 20 years. I've been to one of their job sites, watching the work get done, standing next to an extremely satisfied homeowner. Get to know Bluebird Windows and Doors. All this August, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% off your window, door, and siding projects. Mention my name, get an additional 5% off. Financing is also available. Go to GoBluebirdCO.com. Make today a Bluebird day.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Spine One. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery? How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best news. That's right, same-day appointments. They'll see you today. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. 303-367-2225. They're a phone call away. 303-367-BACK. Spine One, a complete medical center for spine care. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility, and they're going to educate you. Here's what's going on. This is why you're in pain, and here are some options to get you out of nagging and debilitating pain. And you know what it's like to live with pain, guys. It checks you out of life. You get to the point where you don't want to do anything. That's what I experienced. I quit playing golf, quit going to the gym. I couldn't sleep through the night, man. I was always just trying to manage my back. Hey, a couple short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was back on the golf course, back in the gym, most importantly, back sleeping through the night. Don't live that way any longer. Guys, if you're in pain, call my friends today and start your journey. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or as always, you can find them online at spineone.com.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
They say age 40 is the new 20, and that's because guys in their 40s and 50s and 60s are walking around with testosterone levels of their 20s. If you want energy, drive, and libido of your younger self, then go to fixmylowt.com and book your free T-test today.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com. DenverSports.com.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
All right, as we roll into another Broncos practice, they're starting to get set up, equipment being brought out, and we'll be seeing these guys go through what we anticipate to be a pretty light practice today. They were in pads yesterday, going to be in pads tomorrow. Sean Payton was talking about a 2.5-hour practice tomorrow. He even said Wednesday is the day you probably want to be here. So we look forward to that, but we are interested to see what happens today. Sean Payton yesterday, because it's the story about this Broncos season. How does it work with Davis Webb taking over the play calling? How does it work with Bo Nix? How does it work with this offense? But most interesting to me is, how does Sean Payton handle all of this? He talked about it yesterday.
We're in the preseason now. In the regular season, I think it'll be very similar to like what we did, maybe not as late. In the preseason, it's still the same. Like I've got some notes for the offensive staff. At some point today, we'll go in and just talk about a few things. So I don't think any of that's changed. Yeah, I think I've said this. The bigger change will just be game day, listening, and not initially looking down at the call sheet, but following it.
When it comes down to it, how much confidence do you have that Sean Payton will be able to butt out? I mean, I want to put it as delicately as possible.
Mark?
Just butt out.
No, I have like a lot of confidence that he's going to let Davis Webb do his thing and follow along like he said, but he'll have an opinion, he'll have a thought, and he may have some questions. Hey, what were you thinking here? Between drives, they'll have those discussions, but I have a lot of confidence that he'll be able to butt out early. Now, tell me how this offense looks. Tell me how many 3-and-outs they have. Tell me if they're struggling. Like, it'll be easier to butt out if they're really doing well, right? But if things don't look right, if they're struggling a little bit, he's going to have his opinion. Sean, one thing about Sean, man, Sean's got some opinion. You heard him talk about, hey, man, I got some notes for the offensive staff.
Yeah.
Right? Here's some things I like. Here's some things I didn't like. Let's clean them up. Yeah. So he'll have his opinion.
He said there'll be some suggestions. There'll be some mandates. You will do this.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I really do. But to Mark's point, early on, it's going to be fine, right? But if it's not looking good, now if you get to week 5, week 6, and it's not looking good, now it's going to be very interesting to see how everything is handled. But I think early on it's going to be fine, and I think Sean's going to let Davis Webb do his thing. Right? He's going to let him do his thing and see how this thing works out. When you turn this thing over to him, you realize, okay, I got to take a step back. I got to give him some leeway here to go out there and see what he can do. I'm not going to be hovering over his shoulder or talking to him, after every series or suggesting this and that. I'm going to let him do his thing. And hopefully it goes well and we don't have, the conversation about, it's not good. What is Sean going to do? Is Sean taking play calling over? Should he start doing, hopefully we don't have that conversation.
I can't believe you're being that Pollyannish about it.
Who's Pollyann?
You. Pollyann.
Who's Pollyann?
Well,
Pollyan's a lady that was Pollyannish.
Yeah. Just, very, very
naive.
Hey, kind of naive, kind of like da-da-da-da-da.
Really, nothing to see
here. Everything's good.
You know what? Not that I have any experience with turning over the lawn maintenance to my son, because I would never do that.
Oh, God, no.
But I could imagine, for people who do that, right, at first you turn it over and your kid's got some, strands that aren't cut properly and the lines aren't straight, and you walk out there and you say, hey, listen, we got to get these lines straight, right? We've got to make sure that and you kind of coach him along, right? And then after 3 or 4 times, if he's still doing it poorly, you just go, you know what, you're off the lawn duty right now. Like, I'm just taking it back from you. That's what this is
We've gotten to know Sean Payton. He's incredibly competitive. He's got a very strong ego. You're telling me opening night, Kansas City, Arrowhead, national TV,
Right.
70,000 screaming fans, and they have a couple of 3-and-outs. He's just going to stand by and, hey, Davis, go get him. Come on. Come on. I don't buy it.
Well, I mean, okay, you have a couple 3-and-outs. Maybe just like, hey, what do we you might have a conversation with, what are we thinking here? What do you think he's going to do then? You tell me what he's going to do.
I just think that the idea that this guy's going to be able to let Davis Webb do his thing, I don't buy it.
Really?
Dan Campbell.
It's fitting your narrative.
Dan Campbell, far less accomplished resume as a play caller than Sean Payton. Far less. It only took him 6-7 weeks before he decided, Johnny Morton, nope, not going to do it, don't like it, I'm taking it.
Yeah, but
and he never gave it back.
That was a different situation.
Why?
Much different situation.
How's it different?
Well, because you had Ben Johnson there for a while calling plays, and then all of a sudden, okay, you changed it, and you didn't like the direction it was heading, so then you took it over.
Right.
This is different than Sean Payton, who's called the plays forever. All of a sudden, he said, okay, I'm done. Here, I lost my fastball. I want to see what you can do. I think that's a much different situation than what was going on in Detroit.
By the way, Ben Johnson was there with Dan Campbell when Dan Campbell was still calling the plays. And then eventually in year 2, I think he turned it over to Ben Johnson. And, and that grew. And then eventually it was just Ben Johnson's offense.
Right.
Just let that roll. But Stokes right. It is different because all of a sudden you come back and you're like, hey, man, these are the things I want to accomplish. And if you're not getting those things accomplished in the way that you want them, then that's different. But it still was 8 weeks in or 9 weeks in.
It was. But when you're looking at this 6-game stretch and the importance of getting off to a fast start.
So you think Sean's going to be hovering, going to be you think he's going to be talking to David after every series? You think we're going to see those two talking and Sean talking to him?
I just don't think it's going to go as smooth as everyone's trying to sell it.
You're not close.
But you did think in this offseason that Sean needed to be looking over his shoulder because Davis Webb was going to take his job. So you thought that. So and all of a sudden, then they made Sean the highest paid coach in history of the league.
You know, you can give me all the grief you want. You know that if that contract extension did not get done and Davis Webb and Bo Nix took off this year, the conversation a year from now would be spicy. You know it. You know it. Don't lie to me. Hey, Garth Brooks is coming to Denver. The Blame It All on My Roots Arena Tour, hitting Ball Arena September 4th and 5th. You do not want to miss it. General tickets are on sale now, but here's the best part. We're giving you a shot to win tickets. Just head to the DenverSports app and enter for your chance to win. Don't have the app yet? Now is the time to download it, get entered, and we'll see you at the show. Coming up next, as much attention if Davis Webb and the offense and Bo Nix is issue number 1, I'm going to tell you what issue number 1A is for this football team this year. That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Guys, you always want to look your best, but especially during the summer, go out more time spent in public. And hey, dropping a few lbs, hitting the gym, it can't hurt, but fixing your hair loss for good will make the biggest impact how you look and, more importantly, how you feel. Thinning hair, receding hairline, that expanding bald spot. Go with the team I trust because they worked out so well for me, and that's Advanced Hair Restoration, just in time for their once-yearly summer savings event. 20 years ago, I did this with great results that continue today. The process hasn't really changed, and why does it need to? With Advanced Hair Restoration, they take your own natural hair, put where you want it as much as you'd like, and it begins to regrow the very next day. Better yet, it's guaranteed to grow. All this, plus you work with legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls and her all-star team, the same Dr. Pauls I worked with. You could not be in better hands. So schedule your free consultation and take advantage of their once-yearly summer savings event. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
There are so many out-of-state roofing companies and roofing companies claiming to be locally owned, yet owned by out-of-state private equity firms.
Denver Roof Pros is the real deal. We are truly locally owned and operate right out of Denver.
We've been serving the Front Range and the Eastern Plains from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs for 10 years.
Choose local. Choose DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years. And they got one of my favorite auctions that is ending tomorrow that's open for bidding right now. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on some great items. Government Fleet Vehicle and Equipment Auction ended tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's got SUVs, utility trucks, flatbed trucks, plow trucks, service trucks, dump trucks, vans, sedans, box trucks, bucket trucks, trailers, tractors, landscape equipment, and so much more. This is what I love about Roller Auction is they're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Oh, by the way, are you in the market for a school bus? Guess what? Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, they got school buses that will be auctioned off. Also, got a lot of new mini skid steer loaders, excavators, all kinds of attachments, containers, metal building. This all goes down tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. Open for bidding right now. Go check it out only at rollerauction.com. They're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals only at rollerauction.com.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in-store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of back pain relief with just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sun up to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
Garth Brooks is coming to Denver. The Blame It All on My Roots Arena Tour hits Ball Arena September 4th and 5th, and you don't want to miss it. And they call the thing a roadie home. General tickets are on sale now, but here's the best part. We're giving you a shot to win tickets. Just head to the DenverSports app and enter for your chance to win. Don't have the app yet? Now's the time to download it. Get entered, and we'll see you at the show. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
It's actually colder now than what it was when we first got here.
Yeah, the wind picked up, Stoke. That's what it is.
Well, when I looked earlier, wasn't it 59 or so? It says
57.
It says
I thought it was
57 now.
57 when we started.
Yes, it's 57 now again.
So it hasn't warmed up.
No, and we had a little breeze.
A little wind chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wind chill factor.
Sun's nice though. If we were in the sun, it would be a lot warmer. But we're back here in this tent,
in the shade.
Yeah, in the shade.
Stoke is. He's like all. This is how I imagine it was like when Joel Dreesen would try to get you to go in a cold tub.
Yes.
You just had this like bitterly cold look about you.
Right. Or if it's a cold weather game, I'm on the bench. Where's the heater? I got long sleeves on, and Joel's looking at me like, I'm so disappointed you're wearing sleeves.
And yet you were out there on the field in double overtime.
Oh, wow.
Too soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That was me.
Still too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
When's the statute of limitations run out on that
20
one?
years.
Yeah.
20 years.
All right.
So this was 2012.
Yeah.
32. 2032.
Okay. All right.
You can I'll answer any question you want.
Until then,
right.
It's a DNA.
I plead the fifth. I'll plead the fifth.
Yeah, that's
I'll
going
plead
around.
the fifth.
It's going around.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
I'll take the fifth.
If this offense, if what this offense does, the handoff from Sean Payton to Davis Webb, Bo Nix, all important year 3, if that is story number 1 to this season, I firmly believe story 1A, nestled right up against it, is what does this defense do this year when it comes to forcing turnovers? I just think it's a huge, huge part of this season. When you consider they only forced 14 turnovers last year. Now, the leader was, I think, Chicago with like 28, I think it was. So if this defense, can you just imagine how much it'll change the look of games and this entire season if this defense goes from 14 measly turnovers forced to, let's say, they don't even have to be the league leader. Just go to 26. Can you imagine in a season, an off-season already, in which we've already heard from Sean Payton, we've heard from some of the players, hey, maybe we don't want to tempt fate like we did last year and play in as many close games. Maybe we ought to try to win some games a little bit more comfortably. Do you realize how significant that would be if you were able to force that many more turnovers?
How many one-score games did they play in last year?
13, 11-2.
13, 11-2. How many do you think that drops by? If you played in 13, does it drop by
13 of your 17?
5? Does it drop down to 5 one-score games?
No. Oh, no.
I mean, drops 5. I was trying to say, does it drop 5 from 13 down to 8 or 9?
I think you're still. I think. Let's put a nice number. Let's say it drops to 10. From 13 to 10. 10 one-score games. Okay?
And if you want to have the success you had last year, you're going to have to get the turnovers. Like, that's a way to all of a sudden you look at it and say, gosh, I mean, it's going to be hard to have the type of success that you had the year before in one-score games. But if you want to be close to that, hey, create turnovers.
Yeah.
Get more turnovers.
Well, Sean Payton talked about forcing turnovers, historically how it tends to work, and if it's just something you can coach and preach into existence.
I think it's the mentality of the defense. And I would go back to, Lovie Smith, when our league started to value the created turnover maybe a little bit more than the possible technique in tackling, because there's that happy medium. But those late 90 Bucks, Rams defenses, Bears, it was, and there were all different players that had played on all the different other teams that maybe didn't have the same takeaways, but it became so ingrained in what they did defensively. And then I've just seen that, and I think that's a goal of Vance and the defense, and all of us really, is that mentality of the ball and what it does to a game. It's a good question. Now, certainly there are those more predisposed with athleticism that can put themselves in position to create more turnovers. But I do think more than anything, we saw 2 players in this year's draft that had a rare amount of, not takeaways, but caused fumbles. And I'm guessing if we went and saw their practice, we would probably see that, hear that, feel that being taught.
Referencing their 7th-round pick, Red Murdoch, the linebacker. All right, what about it, guys? I mean, you played against defenses, good defenses, your entire careers. Can you really find this is a player who just has a knack for forcing turnovers, or is it just simply luck of the draw? It's just an odds type thing.
No, I think there are certain players that have a knack for, punching the ball out or putting their head on the ball, having great hand-eye coordination. I think there's that. There's guys that have great hands, have great ball skills, that play on the defensive side of the ball that are going to create turnovers. Great anticipatory players will create turnovers because they're going to be in the right place. They can see it before it happens, and they make those things happen. So, yeah, there's something to that, to certain players who just create that.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, having that mindset, some guys are just better at it than others. I also think, to Sean's point there, coaching it, a point of emphasis, like, hey, when you're getting to the quarterback, we're not just trying to get a sack. Get the ball out, right? And some guys are better at it than others, but also it's just going out there, practicing it and doing it, and then hopefully it translates to the game on Sunday. But I think certainly some of it's luck when it comes to turnovers, but the other part of it is just having that mindset of, like, we're not just going for a tackle. We're not just going for a sack. Get the ball out, because it's so important creating turnovers and deciding, wins and losses.
I just can't. If you tell me right now, okay, guys, they had 14 forced turnovers a year ago. This year they're going to have 28. Double them. Ooh. Can you imagine? Okay, let's say.
Where would that put them? Like, what was the leader?
I think Chicago had like 30 last year.
Okay.
And they were the leader. Mark's going to quickly look.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
Sure of that?
I'm 99% sure that Chicago was the league leader.
I was pretty sure 30? Chicago was. I thought it was 28.
Okay.
For Chicago, but
close 28,
enough.
30,
Yeah.
and Chicago.
Yes.
99% sure.
Okay.
Lock it in. I don't need to call a friend. Okay?
No phone a friend?
No phone a friend.
Wow.
Okay, no 50-50.
Right.
Let's move on to the next level. All right, on my way to $1 million, Reach. So, but just think about it. So, all right, so let's say you get a combination of Broncos offense, Bo Nix takes a jump in year 3, and I get those 28 turnovers. Now, all of a sudden, still think about it. You're up on the Chargers here, 23-17 in the fourth quarter, right? Your guy Herbert's going to try to put together a last-minute, a fourth-quarter drive. And Nick Bonito comes in, hits Herbert, sacks him, strips the ball. Ball is bouncing around. Broncos fall on it. Get it at the Charger 28. Couple plays later, Lutz nails a field goal. Now, all of a sudden, you're up 26-17. Ball game over.
Right.
You're not in a one-score game.
Yeah.
You've now won, rather comfortably, and it's
because
you were able to get a turnover.
I'll take 24.
I'll take 24.
28. I would be
10
great,
more?
but
I mean,
just give me 10 more.
I
don't know where that puts you at.
What do you got?
Mark's still typing. He doesn't even
fat
close.
Fat fingers.
He's not even close. His screen is blank and he's typing. What have you been doing?
They said that Minnesota had 30.
So you're wrong.
Oh no.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no way.
No. Okay, we're gonna. We got.
All right, we're gonna check on that.
We're gonna do our research.
I've got a Viking fan here. He's not endorsing that. All right, we're gonna check that. We're gonna check that out. Hopefully, Mark's looking at like 2017.
Right.
You're wrong again. We're gonna hear from Mike. Oh man, that'll sting going into the last hour. Lose all my momentum. Mike Kliss on why
Chicago Bears.
Yes.
Chicago Bears.
And how many?
Takeaways defense to 2025 regular season with 33.
33. Okay.
They're followed by Jacksonville at 31, Houston at 29.
All right.
Not Minnesota.
Carrying some momentum into the fourth hour. We're here from Mike Kliss on
You said 30.
All right. Doesn't matter. I said Chicago. All right. Mike Kliss on what the holdup is and how you get past it for where the Broncos want to build that new stadium. More importantly, where Stoke doesn't want it built. That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Be on Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, you an experienced sheet metal worker looking for more than just a job, ready for a great career? At Smart Local 9, we offer strong, reliable, family-supporting wages, employer-paid health care with no out-of-pocket premiums, and a dependable retirement with both a pension and 401k so you can retire with dignity. Learn more at smw9.com. Experience the strength of collectively bargained deals with Smart Local 9 Sheet Metal Workers Union. Visit them at smw9.com. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Hey, Brandon Stokley here from my friends at Cajun. Well, one thing I've noticed talking to people about retirement is that a lot of them have pieces of a financial plan, but not necessarily a coordinated plan. Their investments are in one place, taxes are handled somewhere else, estate planning is another conversation entirely. At Cajun Wealth, they believe those pieces should all work together. Their fiduciary advisors coordinate investments, taxes, and estate planning under one roof, helping create a strategy that's built around your full financial picture. Because when retirement planning is coordinated, you may uncover opportunities and avoid gaps that can go unnoticed when everything operates separately. So if you want to see how your current plan stacks up, schedule a complimentary meeting with my friends at Cajun Wealth. They have offices located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Or you can give them a call, 855-TRAJAN1. That's 855-TRAJAN1. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Cajun Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services through Cajun Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor, and additional services through Cajun Estate and Cajun Tax. Actual client. Paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Here's a story my lovely wife Kimberly was particularly proud of. Jeffrey, a listener just like you, called 303 Law 4040 and said he was T-boned by a driver running a red light and rammed his car right into a tree. When the cops came, the other driver lied and the police believed him. They said Jeffrey was at fault. Now, With the big made-for-TV lawyers, that's where the case would normally end. Many of them won't even touch a case if they actually have to work to prove it. But Jeffrey insisted he was innocent. He worked with us together on our team to find the witnesses and the evidence to get the ticket overturned and the insurance company's denial reversed. At 303-LAW-4040, we aren't a big settlement mill like the made-for-TV lawyers. Each client meets with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly, in person, and you get our cell phone numbers. If you've been injured in an accident, you know the number, 303-LAW-4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303-LAW-4040.
Summers are made for time on your deck. Right now, when you purchase a new deck from 5280 Exteriors during August, you'll get free solar railing lights, no payments, and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. A 2-time President's Club winner, 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Hi, this is Larry Jagger with SCL Mortgage, letting you know about our second mortgages for anything you need, including home improvements, paying off debt, and more. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
The average cost of a first-time DUI in Colorado is over $13,000, and a conviction gives you a criminal record. Make a plan for a sober ride before the party begins. Don't underestimate impairment.
KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, as we get set for another Broncos practice today. The onslaught, the slander that I continue
to receive from you two, to the point where I don't even feel comfortable now getting up and going to the bathroom. Okay? I got up and walked around to go outside the facility to use the facilities, and just walking out and walking back opened me up to all kinds of abuse from you two. Specifically you, Mark.
That's Mark,
It's
really.
Mark.
It's
Mark. Mark's the bully.
But he's not. He is
He's
being
the
the bully
bully.
today.
No,
He is.
no.
You're being very bullyish.
No, you know what?
You're really going after my self-esteem.
I'm just letting you know, because this is love, what everybody is thinking. Like nobody else wants to say it, and so I can see the looks on their faces. Like, should we tell him? And they're like, I don't
When
know.
he walks away, everyone's just kind of like,
right,
yeah.
And so I'm just letting you know it's time to retire the salmon shorts.
I like the salmon shorts. Come on. What's
yeah,
wrong with the salmon shorts?
But what did you say, Mark? You can't tell where
the shorts
That's
end
ugly,
and the
right?
legs begin. I don't.
It's all the same color.
Yeah,
it's pale salmon white.
Right. With little
Yes.
tinges of pink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
You can't make this up.
Oh, look at this tester here. What are we doing with that? Do I need to buy one of those for my lawn?
I don't know. There's guys walking around with this blue thing sticking in the grass. It's got to be a soil tester, right?
Yeah, or maybe the
Well, he's coming back.
percentage of moisture
Why don't you
in
go?
the.
Yeah, go ask him.
Take the headphones off.
Yeah,
go
go
ask
ask
him.
him.
let me
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ask
so we get a
So
breakdown of that.
We
Yeah.
got to get all the information.
And they do have.
They do. They're testing something.
I was telling Mark, so they have a bucket. So they walk around in the morning, just to take you behind the scenes. They walk around in the morning, right? And they have these guys. You got like 8 field guys, right? They walk around and they have a bucket, a big blue like Lowe's bucket.
Yeah.
Full of, I don't know what's in it. It's like some kind of fertilizer stuff.
It's like
right?
a sand. Well, it's like when
Sand,
you
fertilizer.
get a divot on the golf course.
Right.
That stuff you.
It's kind of like that, right? But they walk around the field and they're just like pouring it in the little divots. But they have a bucket just sitting over there. And I was telling Mark we ought to think about, let's take it around the back. And then Mark could go to his house.
Yes.
And use that in his house.
Yes.
And just walk around his yard, just sprinkling the sand fertilizer
Right,
mixture.
Let me hold on a second.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
just
I'm not going to yell too loud, but hold on. Hey, Mark, we're working here. Let's go. You got enough time. No, see, he's
Now
fascinated by this. Now.
Right.
I made
It's a
that's
good conversation.
That's my mistake.
That's okay.
All I said was just
All
go
right.
over and get a little update on what they're
Right.
doing. And now
He's
He's
I think
done.
I think he's doing a Zen with that guy.
Yeah,
I think they both put a Zen in
He's
or something.
fascinated by this now. He's talking. He's probably lending his 2 cents.
Right, yes.
How do you
What
guys
do you
do?
do? Right, this is what I would
This is
prefer.
what I would do.
Yes.
So All right, now he's coming back. He's got a big old smile on his face. Like, that was probably the highlight of his day.
Yeah.
That plus
Right.
making fun of me.
Yes.
Was
right.
All right, so what is that thing?
Exactly what I said it was. It tests the moisture within the soil, so it tells you where you need more water, where you can back off the water from your irrigation system. So they go around and they can figure out exactly what areas need what when it comes to water.
Wow, that's impressive.
Are you going to buy one? Can you buy one?
Do you need that?
I don't know. I don't need that. You could tell. You can give it the eye test.
Oh, okay.
You can see where
Right.
you need more moisture, but I think it's pretty cool. Cool. And then ultimately, it's trying to conserve as much water as possible. If you get too much somewhere, you
And
say,
once he got done telling you what it was, did you start to kind of give him your thoughts on how they do things here and maybe some things that they might want to change, some improvements based on your expert eye?
No, I did not. I did not go there. It was hard. I could have made one of those progressive commercials,
that's right.
Like
the old
becoming
parents, don't be your parents.
Yeah, becoming your parents. And I thought about, just my 2 cents. And then,
That's right.
And I thought, nope, don't go down that road. Don't go down that road.
Good.
You know what we ought to do?
Very
I think
good.
this would be good for the Broncos. This would be good for our station.
Mm-hmm.
We ought to do like Mark Schlereth all of a sudden becomes, a field guy for one day behind the scenes.
I would love it.
Right? And like you get to come out here at 6:00 in the morning and you get to
Be
you
part
get
of
to
the
spend
crew?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. For
I think
one
that'd be
day. For one day. Before doing all this stuff, you're going to walk around with the bucket and get the field all good to go, right?
Yeah.
And then pick up the divots, and then after practice, come in and take care of the field too.
Yeah.
And you would love that.
Oh, he would.
Oh, I
love
would
that
love
would be
that.
like right
right
up
my
your alley. I mean, it'd be perfect for you.
Yeah, I would love it. That would be great.
Well, when it comes to the future of the Broncos, where they play, their new stadium, is it going to get done, built where they want to build it, or could it end up somewhere else like Stoke and Mark's backyard in Lone Tree? Mike Kliss was on with us earlier, and he talked about what maybe is holding up getting this deal finalized downtown.
What's going on is the Community Benefits Association, the CBA, and Denver Water, they're tough to satisfy if you're from the Broncos side of things. And I know the Broncos side of things more than I know the other side of things. But the CBA membership is a big group. There's a lot of people to satisfy. There's one guy in the neighborhood wants this, the other guy in the neighborhood wants that. It's tough to appease a group like that.
Yeah.
The CBA.
The Community
Benefits Association.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy. That's
Everybody's looking for a handout.
you got politicians, you got business owners, you got Karens, you put it all together.
Oh, my gosh.
Ouch.
And then now you got what you have, right?
Maybe you
you
got
got a
Todd.
complete,
Maybe put a Todd in there with
you got
one
a few
D.
Todds, a few
1D.
Karens,
Yep.
a few politicians, put
Yep.
them all together. What do you
Ugh,
have? You
what a
have a
mix.
complete disaster is what you have. And so you talk about trying to screw up a good thing. That's what they're trying to do. And if they keep screwing it up, next thing you know, Mark, it's going to be in Lone Tree. It's going to be in the tree. I mean, you're gonna get to a point where if it doesn't get done in time, I guarantee you what they're going to do is they're just going to say, forget y'all. We're going to go where they make it convenient for us, and they roll out the red carpet, and there's a lot of other places that would love to have the Broncos stadium.
and the tree is like a tree's like Friends, where everybody knows your name, right? Like everybody knows your name there. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was pathetic.
The TV show Friends,
Well, I know the
where
show.
everybody knows your name.
Oh, now you're trying to get
nice try.
really.
Yeah, we almost have you on
that one. Where everyone knows your name. The whole thing was so. See, you would have got me, but it was so confusing. because what you said didn't match what we were talking
Because
about.
he took a quick look at me, and I had this just vacant look on my face. Like, what the heck is he talking about?
That was too deep. It was too deep.
Right.
Too
Yes.
deep bull.
Yeah.
Too deep bull.
Cliff says the Broncos, though, are clearly frustrated by the pace of negotiations.
I think the Broncos are frustrated by the pace of the negotiations, but I still think somehow, some way it'll get worked out. I mean, I've covered a lot of negotiations in sports, and it always sounds impossible, like it'll never get done until there's somewhat of a deadline. And then I'm not sure what that deadline is. As far as getting things worked out, I think they got to make a lot of progress here this next month, and hopefully they can, so they can put shovel in the ground next spring, which is kind of a moving target deadline to get things rolling for 2031.
Yeah, look, they don't mess around, right? They're not messing around. You see what they did to this facility in 2 years? Like they want to get their business taken care of, right? And you want to have it open for 2031. So, like, there's no messing around. Like, you keep on thinking they're going to mess around, and you know what? They're just going to tap out, right? They're going to find somewhere else to go, because I guarantee you they're going to want this thing done by 2031, right? And if you're going to make it difficult, they're going to be done. They're going to go find somewhere else. So, it's on all these other people to figure that out. But you can tell the Broncos are putting pressure on them because they want to get this party started.
Yeah.
Which they should.
Broncos are like Cody.
Cody.
I mean, you can pet Cody and stuff, but you mess around
right,
with Cody.
Yeah, right. You find out.
You're going to find out.
You're exactly right.
You mess around
like,
with him, you're going to find out eventually.
Oh, don't take my kindness for weakness. That's Cody.
Yeah.
That's the Broncos like, oh yeah, we're building it. We're paying the $5 billion. We're building this. We're doing that. Oh, you need a little handout. You need a little handout. You want us to pat you on the back? Okay, yeah. But eventually, guess what? Cody would bite that finger off.
Yeah.
Coming up next, in this year of Trout, we're going to hear from Adam Troutman, and I can't help but think he was thinking of Stoke when he made some of his comments yesterday.
No!
That's next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Snake here from my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Colorado turns 150 this month, and Gravina's Window Center of Littleton has been part of Colorado's story for over 50 years. After this month of intense summer heat, if your windows are showing signs of their age, failed seals, drafts, condensation, they can't handle Colorado's climate anymore. Stress from the temperature swings, the UV rays. Colorado's climate takes a toll on aging windows. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton knows Colorado homes because they've been protecting them through every season for over 5 decades, guys. They've done it right the first time, every time. And right now, Infinity by Marvin windows feature fiberglass construction, 8 times stronger than standard vinyl windows, and your choice. It stands up here to Colorado's climate and Colorado's severe weather changes, guys. Right now, 25% off Infinity by Marvin windows, plus 12 months no interest financing from my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. 25% off Infinity by Marvin windows, 12 months no interest financing available. Find out more at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record. and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option. Do your homework first. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Denver. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. A conversation and consultation are totally free. Call today, 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
Don't guess on major HVAC, plumbing, or electric repairs. Get a free second opinion and same-day service from Fix It 24/7. Honest answers, fast help. Visit fixmyhome.com today.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Stink, I'll give you half a win, okay? You didn't get Stoke and I on the O'Reilly about, it's like Friends.
Yeah.
Trees like Friends where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
You didn't get us, but you got
Okay.
a dozen people on our RamosLaw.com text line who texted in, cheers, not friends. Well, all together now.
Oh, really? Y'all tried to get me twice today.
Twice.
Yeah.
And both times, you probably would have got me, but I've been so confused.
Yeah.
That that it's just been dumb luck that it didn't fall for.
Yeah, because I didn't realize you were friends with Garrett Atkins.
Yes.
Because if you weren't, you might have fallen for that one. But
I just thought maybe that I'm like, I don't want to be like the guy that they signed him, that he was a free agent this year that we signed at tight end. Like, really, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So, and if it wasn't for that, y'all would have got me.
This is part of the problem why it might be tough to get you in an O'Reilly, because in these situations you just revert back to your playing days when like guys in the locker room were talking about like a big concert that just came through, or a big
great movie quote, movie
lines, and you had no idea what was going on, so you would just kind of have that nervous laughter like you were agreeing with everybody, and then you'd retreat.
To the training room.
Scurry off to the training room.
Because
I got to go get some of my hair.
Because you didn't know what the pop culture reference
just
was.
nod your head and laugh when they laugh, and that's what you do.
Real quick, I mean, this is not a significant signing making any kind of shockwaves around the NFL, but I had to bring it up because of its relevance to the Broncos. Whatever complaints you may have about the Broncos secondary, Jahdae Barron, what's his role, all this, just realize it wasn't too long ago it could have been worse, and it was worse. Veteran cornerback Fabian Moreau is returning to Washington, signing with the Commanders, who drafted him in 2017. Do you remember the Fabian Moreau days here when they were looking for cornerback help? And it was Fabian Moreau, Levi Wallace.
That's the one. He was.
I remember Fabian Moreau before Levi Wallace.
He was slower than me.
Yeah.
Levi Wallace.
Yes.
I remember him chasing someone like 20 yards behind the guy.
Yes. So
brutal.
We've come a long way.
When people are like pulling their hair out because Riley Moss commits a penalty, just slow your roll.
Yes. Year Trout. Let's get to the year Trout. This is Stokley has said it's going to be the year Trout, Adam Troutman.
That's right.
And I can't help but think that after all the criticism that you've leveled at Adam Troutman, that he wasn't talking about you when he said, hey, maybe people should appreciate a little bit more what I bring.
I'm not going to say who, but, I mean, no, I was never looking to move on. Absolutely not. I always wanted to be here. They knew that. They told me they wanted me here well before free agency opened. But, yeah, I mean, if they weren't in it, then obviously I would have moved on. And I had several opportunities, whether people believe it or not. Yeah, no, I'm so happy to be back. They knew I wanted to be back. I don't know why you'd ever want to leave this place, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm super grateful and happy to be back.
Ty, you got to get that clip.
A lot of people wanted me.
You just got to get that clip.
If they didn't want me, I had a lot
I'm not
going
to say who.
Right, I'm not going to say who. I think maybe a letter of apology, Stoke. I think maybe you should write a letter of apology because there's no question that was about you.
So I got to pull a Mark Schlereth.
Yeah, that was.
I need to do a Mark Schlereth and apologize.
Yeah,
I think you need to search him out.
Really?
I think you need to walk up down the sideline, find Trout, and go, hey, Adam, can I have a quick second with you?
Really?
And just kind of clear the air.
Yeah.
Y'all stop it. But I did. So I will tell you this behind the scenes here. On Saturday, Alumni Day. So we're up top, hanging out. Then we got to come on the field, right? And so they ended practice and like all the alumni just kind of all over the place talking to different people. And I had Carson with me, and Carson was everywhere. Like he wanted I don't even know who this guy. He wanted to meet the backup long snapper.
Yes.
Number 48, for some reason. I don't even know the guy's name. So he's over there talking to the backup long snapper, right? And next thing you know, he's snapping the football to him. I'm like, what is going on out here? The guy couldn't have been happier. He told Carson, he's like, no, I didn't think anyone was going to talk to me, right? So the guy was so happy that someone knew his name, which was cool, right? But I looked over to my right. Who did I see? I saw Joel Dreesen talking to the Trout. And I said, do I go make my way over there? Do I go make my way over there and see how this thing is going to go down, right? But I didn't. So I didn't. Didn't do it.
Mitchell Fraboni.
No, it's 43. Sorry,
Luke.
I think
Basso.
it's Luke Basso.
Luke Basso,
yes.
rookie
He's
out
the
of
backup
Oregon.
guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Fraboni's the starter.
Yeah.
But Basso was his name, and but he was like he couldn't believe that Carson wanted to talk to him and say hi to him. And so, yeah, but I did not go talk to the Trout. I think I think it's fine. Hey, guess what? A little extra motivation never hurt anyone.
Do you think Joel had your back, or do you think Joel was like, man, I can't believe what Stokley said?
Oh, no. Hey, listen.
Leery of someone that grabs
Joel
three
has
clips.
my back.
Yeah.
There's no
Dreesen
doubt about it.
has your back?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, that's like,
Yeah, but isn't this
And
kind of
I'm-
like a blood thicker than water type thing? Like,
No.
he's more
Tight end
I'm
fraternity.
blood.
Tight end fraternity?
No, I'm blood. I'm teammates. Teammates are blood. I don't care if you play tight end.
No.
Joel and I are, yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay.
And he doesn't want that Dreesen smoke.
Okay. More from Troutman on the Broncos running it back and bringing back guys like him.
I wouldn't say it's weird because I think the retention the year before was pretty high as well. I don't know, like, right, you go and there's a perception from the outside of, like, you go into free agency and it's like, oh, you get this person, this person, this person. It's like a super team. It's like, that's not realistic. Like, that's not what happened. Also, they've done deals for all of our guys early, right? All of our, like, elite players, they've done them early. And we have a good base, good culture. There's several guys that have contributed to that. I mean, that's why would you want to get rid of them? Why would you let J.K. Dobbins go? Why wouldn't you, right? Cortland signed last year early. Like, why would you not do that? You trade for someone like Jalen, who's an immediate culture fit. Like, you bring all these guys back, Strenad, Singleton, like all these guys that just amplify and are the core of what you've built. So there's no point in ever moving on from it.
All right, when it comes to Adam Trout,
Elite.
what do fans need to know? What are we maybe missing? What are you missing when it comes to the value of what Troutman brings?
Mark, what am I missing?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what am I missing?
Why don't you just go ahead and lay it out there, but just be aware that Trout is listening. So go ahead.
No,
No,
tell me.
you got it. No,
Yes,
I'm.
Oh, you look at me?
Yes.
You got to tell us and Stoke the value of Trout, what he brings.
Well, I think
because he could have moved on, and Broncos country would not have been upset, and Stoke would have been upset.
Wow. I mean, now you're besmirching.
Right.
I like Trout. But I'm no.
I don't
I'm
think
just-
I don't think
you're
you
the
do.
spokesperson.
I don't think you do.
I'm the
You're the
spokesperson for
and
Broncos
you just
country,
said
and
he could have moved on and nobody would have been upset.
Am I wrong?
I'm not going to say who.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Trout gives you the one guy on their roster that is like from a tight end position that you say, hey, man, we've got to be like he can be in the run game. He can be effective in the run game, and he can be helpful in the pass game.
Yeah.
So he gives you versatility or duality. And most of the guys in this system don't.
Right.
And they're looking for – I mean, that's really what they're looking for. They're looking for a guy that can be effective as a Y tight end, a blocking tight end, or an F tight end, and they really just don't have that guy, and he's the closest thing they have to it.
Yeah, no, I think you're all over it. He's serviceable in both, right? Obviously, he's more of that inline tight end, and who else do you have that could do that? Nate Atkins, don't call me Garrett Atkins. You don't have that guy. Obviously knows the offense. So he can go to any position, and I think that's where his value is. He's serviceable in the passing game and in the running game.
But let's face it, he's the kind of guy that, boy, you're as a franchise, as you're building up your roster, you're not hesitant about replacing him. You're eager to be able to replace him. You're eager to be able to upgrade at that position, because while he may do some of these things, man, you would love to find somebody that could do it a little bit better.
Well,
until you do, well,
there's value.
You bring him back
right.
because there's some value. Yeah.
And so you sign him to a couple-year deal, and you're hoping that those two tight ends that you drafted, maybe one of them can eventually replace him. But until you do, until you have that guy, there's value there for Adam Troutman.
Here's
just
in the year of Trout.
Just ask.
Okay, this is what we're looking for. Okay, his career high is 27 catches. His career yardage is 263. His career touchdowns are 3. So,
that's right.
Can he prove all his detractors wrong? Starting with you.
Man,
wow,
man. I don't know. The way you talked about him,
I
wasn't sure if you were talking about Trout or you were talking about Gabe.
Wow.
Gabe, much more accomplished player.
Wow.
Much more accomplished than Trout. Nice
Do you
try.
still
try.
hate Gabe?
No,
or
I don't.
Have
Never,
you moved on?
Never did. And by the way, for his late season,
it's probably why they took your Twitter account from you.
His late. Never mind. I'm not even going to try. We're going to revisit my bold prediction from earlier today that you guys actually thought was a good bold prediction. We'll revisit that. It involves one Riley Moss, and that's next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here for my friends at Jack's. Went out there a couple Saturdays ago, had one of the great meals I have had in recent history, and I'm telling you what, they do it right. A premium Australian Wagyu, so good. Seafood, we had the Chilean sea bass, it was phenomenal. Guys, you are absolutely going to love it. Lunch served from 11:30 to 4 every day. Brunches on Saturdays and Sundays. You've got the Speakeasy over there. Thursday through Saturday opens up at 5 p.m. 2 locations, one on Pearl Street, one in Park Meadows. You're going to love it. That's Jack's, guys. Do yourself a favor. Go have yourself some Wagyu.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together, like an electric heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money installing a heat pump with rebates at excelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. All in one comfort, all in one package.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home and auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Energy starting to pick up out here at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, as we're getting ready for practice. Fans are starting to fill up the bleachers, and kind of surprised to you two, the Broncos are coming out in pads today.
I'm shocked. So they're going to be full pads tomorrow too. I mean that's what Sean said, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow's going to be the get after it day, and they went pads yesterday. I thought today would be just kind of a helmet shells day, and it looks like they're full pads.
Yeah,
Mark, are you surprised?
Yeah, I am fairly surprised because, like you said, Sean had talked about, man, to Wednesday's going to be the day you want to be out here. Wednesday we're going to be getting after it. Maybe this will be one of them shorter practices, but I still am a little bit shocked that they're in pads.
Yeah, and I mean, because you only get so many padded practices, right? I mean, you can't practice pads every day, so you have a limit on how many padded practices you can have, and so I thought they would space them out a little bit, but. And I don't know how many that exactly is, during training camp. If it's 7, 8, 10, I don't 5. I don't know how many they can do, and they can only, I think they only have 13 padded practices during the season.
Right.
So, I'm a little bit surprised.
Well, they play their first preseason game next Friday, so this is their last full week of training camp.
So you got to kind of
so you might as well
get after it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. This is probably the week to get after it, and then you're going to start scaling things back and building your weeks around the preseason game. You're going to be traveling next week, so might as well get out and maybe go a little bit harder. Yesterday, and tomorrow we shall see. We will be watching Riley Moss out there again today. He had a big play yesterday. You saw it. Nice interception. Was a 50-50 ball with Courtland Sutton. Both went up high for it.
Yeah.
Moss came down with it.
Yeah. I mean, you look at him, and he's rangy. He's long. He's got some good length to him, and he's got really good ball skills. Yeah. He really does. And I think the one thing that obviously hurt him a year ago is just being a little too handsy, right? And so hopefully he cleans that up a little bit. But if he cleans that up a little bit, just, what'd you say, a 10 defensive DPIs?
He had 10 DPIs last year, which led the league.
Okay.
He had the most. And our bold prediction, I did my bold prediction from earlier today, that Riley Moss cuts those defensive pass interference calls that drove us all crazy from 10 to 5. Cut it in half.
I think he can do that.
Yeah. Think that's realistic?
I think he can do that. It's just difficult because he's going to have a lot of action. I mean, the guy on the other side of him, Surtain, they're going to try to stay away from him as much as possible. So they're gonna continue to pick on him. They know the history of Riley Moss, so he's going to get a lot of action, a lot of balls thrown his way. Mark.
Yeah, I think he certainly can do it down to 5. I think you're right. He's going to get a lot of action, but I also think that the league, based upon the meetings that I was in, the league is going to try to make to make it a little bit more fair. So they're going to start calling a little bit more OPIs and things of that nature. So they're going to try to balance that out a little bit on the offensive or defensive pass interference.
Well, here's Talanoa Hufunga talking about his guy Riley Moss and what he had to deal with last year.
Refs were very trigger happy when it comes to the flags with him, but he is a guy that works really hard. I got to work out a lot with him this offseason. And just seeing the details, I think, he's a very athletic human being. Like, a lot of people kind of discredit it because, it's the white corner. I'm not going to say that, but that's what everybody else does. But he is probably actually one of the most athletic corners I've ever been around. Quick twitch. And now it's really just what can we do to get his technique to where it's at. And, coaches have done a great job. He's done a great job. Hopefully go out there and make more plays like that he did today. Go out there and make a lot of those this season. And he'll be very happy when it comes at the end of the year.
I'm not going to say that, but I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the other question with Riley Moss. This is the last year of his contract.
I was just going to lead into that.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah. So I beat you to the punch once again.
Oh, no, look, I already have it
just
up.
one step ahead of you.
No. I brought up his contract.
So,
Take a look.
Okay, I see
All
it.
right.
Good job, Mike. Good job,
Great
buddy.
minds,
Nice
great
job.
minds. All right.
So what's the expectations here? I've said, before that I think they end up re-signing him during the season. I think it's one of those situations to where he's just going to play at such a level that you don't want to lose him. So I think they end up re-signing Riley Moss. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them re-sign him, get the camp bump.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Smart.
The contract bump?
Contract camp
right before the season.
Yeah, we've seen that. We saw it with Zach Allen. We've seen it with several
Cortland
different guys.
Sutton.
Cortland Sutton. Get that
Pat
camp
Surtain.
bump.
Yep.
Yeah, new facility. Probably get confetti in there. They may have like confetti machines in there built into the ceiling.
They got everything else.
Yes. Right. And we don't even know it yet. And so as soon as somebody signs
machines.
the contract, boom, the confetti just bam in the team meeting room, and it all falls on everybody's head.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
That could be part
It's
of
like
the
Dancing
new
with the
facility.
Stars or something.
Yeah,
They get
exactly.
done, boosh, there you go.
What do you think, Evans?
Well, okay, so you want to pay
draft Barron for a reason,
well, that's
right?
what I was going to say. You drafted Jahdae Barron with the idea that he was either going to be your long-term corner opposite Pat Surtain, or he was going to be your long-term slot guy.
Right.
Well, right now, Riley Moss and Jaquan McMillan have a lock on those positions. So,
well, Jaquan's coming up also.
Yeah,
isn't
he is.
So he's another guy that you're following to see how it goes. I could see. So what I envision happening. Okay.
I would sign Riley Moss.
They're going to sign Riley Moss.
I would sign Riley Moss.
Yes.
I would too.
And they're going to get him done. And then, Jaquan is going to go in free agency. And then your nickel corner is going to be Jahdae Barron moving forward after this year.
But
That's
with
the way I
But with
envision
all
this.
the talk about Barron, the fact that, he's not flashing, his development maybe has been a little bit slower than you would expect. Sean Payton had to come out and answer, no, we're not moving him to safety. He's still, getting reps at corner. I don't know. I mean, maybe at some point you just got to start to realize that, Jahdae Barron isn't a lock to be part of this secondary long term. And so you look at Riley Moss or Jaquan McMillan, maybe it makes sense to sign them.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to sign both of them. And I think at a certain point you're going to have to, let Barron and see what he can do. And we'll he's just in his second year here. Let's see how the season goes for him. But I'm not down on him at all right now. I'm not. I for whatever reason, I'm just not. I think the guy's going to be a really good football player. He's going to make a lot of plays this year. I mean, that's what I'm expecting to see from him. And you're going to see him on the field.
So Riley Moss is a good corner, in your opinion?
Heck yes. Yes. Why are
And
you looking at me like
you
that?
can't have enough good cornerbacks.
Yeah.
You can't have enough good defensive, secondary players.
So, what do you think? You don't think he's a good cornerback?
No, I think he is. I thought he got a raw deal. I thought what Hufunga said is right on. I think that somewhere along the lines, officials started to target him, and any ball that went up in the air like that, he was going to be unfairly targeted.
So we agree.
And I think that there will be a reversal. I find, by the way, what you just revealed, and you brought this up, the idea, and every time you go out to one of those Fox summits, they bring in the officials and they give you guys a heads up as to what the area of influence is going to be that they're going to be really targeting, making calls. And
oh no,
the OPIs.
Oh no,
uh-oh,
you may get your ass kicked in the break.
Oh man, he's a
me
test.
or who?
Me
or
no,
Evans?
Me.
Evans.
Because I called out his bold predictions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Johnny Sensitive is here.
Johnny Sensitive is here, and he's ready to throw fists. He's taking lessons from Zach.
Right.
He's throwing hands
Yeah.
on multiple occasions.
Listen,
I want to pound his ass.
Johnny, our guy Johnny Fever.
Yeah.
That is 130 pounds of coiled nastiness.
It's like a Tasmanian devil. By the way, it could happen today, guys. Full pads, no shoes. That could happen today. Full pads, no shoes.
That's the whole practice. Huh?
The whole practice. I'm going to have my eyes on this.
Okay.
I'll have my eyes on
That'll
this
be
for the
break-
fans.
Hey, we'll have you covered.
Yes.
All practice long. No shoes out there. All right. So we're all in agreement. We'll bring back Riley Moss.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough. The ongoing debate about these personal seat licenses. We got a lot of reaction from you, the fans, the season ticket holders. We'll share some of that with you coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at the Low T Center. The summer heat can wear anybody out, but if you've been feeling drained even with the AC on, it may not just be the heat. 1 in 4 men from 35 to 50 has low testosterone and low levels of energy, sex drive, motivation, mood, and a whole lot more. Low T drains your energy and your motivation, so if you don't have the energy for things that you love to do, you know what? Check it out at the Low T Center and get answers for them for free this summer. At Low T Center, you can book a free testosterone test, get your consultation from a licensed provider who specializes in testosterone replacement therapy, explore a range of peptides, even get a jump on the summer with GLP-1s, the whole 9 yards. Guys, Low T Center has been the #1 name in TRT replacement since 2009, and it's for a reason, guys, because they do it right. Don't spend another day wondering why you don't feel like yourself. Visit them at fixmylowt.com to schedule your free testosterone test today. That's fixmylowt.com.
You worked hard for your money. It's time your money worked harder for you. Open a 7-month CD from Wings Credit Union and earn a guaranteed 4.4% annual percentage yield with just a $500 minimum deposit. It's one of our best rates of the year, but like all good things, it won't stick around forever. Get started today at wingsco.com/CD special. Let's figure it out together. Rate accurate as of July 31st, 2026, and subject to change without notice. Subject to eligibility. Insured by NCUA.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years guaranteed? Thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through August 24th, get the best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Sleep falling short? Visit Mattress Firm today. Their sleep experts will find you the right bed at an unbeatable price during the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Applied Future Technologies and local plumbing, heating, and air.
Energy certainly picking up out here on the practice field as Broncos are coming out on the field, warming up, getting ready. They are in full pads, so very curious to see what kind of practice is in store for us today.
Some of the guys even have shoes on, so I think they're going to use their shoes today.
Probably good to use cleats today, I would think. Yeah.
So that whole full pads, no shoes thing that I was thinking was going to happen is not going to happen.
It's so funny. Like I'm here to try to create this vibe, this energy. Football is back, and here we go. And you two clowns just immediately try to demean and belittle what's going on here, and it's just it all comes from your bitter jealousy. And how hard you guys had to work compared to how hard these guys have to work. You guys just can't contain your bitterness.
Jealousy.
It's not even jealously. It's just bitterness.
Yeah, all of that. All of the above.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
It's a little bit of
I'm
everything.
envious. I'm bitter. I'm all of those words. It's just it's shocking when they come out 2 days in a row in pads.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Right.
Like 2 days in a row in pads, and everybody's like, oh, my God, I can't believe this.
I can't believe it.
They're really grinding.
Man, they're getting after it this week, Mike. It's going to be a tough week for them.
And the other thing, too, is that and I think what fuels your envy and your bitterness,
hate,
is the realization that all that extra work that you guys put in was totally unnecessary.
It
was totally unnecessary.
I don't know. I mean,
no, it was totally unnecessary. You guys did not
Mark,
need to
how many
have
Super Bowls did you win?
You guys
3.
did not.
Huh?
3.
Yeah, I just won 2, not quite 3, but so I don't know about unnecessary. We're part of winning, right? Winning football teams. We won Super Bowls.
You had better teams.
We won
you had
Super
better
Bowls
players.
because we worked hard.
No, it's not.
We grinded.
No.
Yes.
No.
Right.
There were plenty of 5 and 11 teams back in the day that were still going through 2-a-days and sweating it out for a month at their training camp, and they went 5 and 11. So no, that's I think what it is. It's a realization that we really didn't need to do all that. We could have done far less and still gone out and had the same results.
They didn't have the mentals.
No, jeez.
It was the mentals.
The mentals.
Let's go back talking about Mike's shorts.
Yeah,
salmon shorts.
That was a lot more fun.
Yeah. Okay, we got.
I tell you what, you guys are so in my head right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I am totally flustered right now.
We got the 5 foot.
Can you paint your shorts
6
or dye them? You could dye them, right?
I think I'm going to lay out like 3 or 4 shorts. Some shirts.
Oh.
I'm going to lay them out. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to have you guys choose what I wear
perfect.
tomorrow.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We're going to do that.
That's a great idea.
I'm going to lay it all out, okay? In fact, I'm not even going to go through. Just to make sure I cover all my bases, I'm going to go with 4 or 5 more shorts.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Mike Evans.
You're welcome. That was as late as we've gone on that show for a long time.
Unbelievable.
That was close. That almost ended.
Yeah, we got lucky.
513. Zach By's sensitivity smear campaign. The PSL, the personal seat license debate, which has picked up steam ever since President Damani Leach came out over the weekend and said, yeah, it's good chance that you're going to have PSLs. We had Mike Kliss on earlier today. What's your take on it, Mike?
The one way to look at it is it's a kind of a use tax. The people buying the seats are going to pay for the PSLs. The people in Colorado who would rather go watch the Leafs turn in Aspen on Sundays, they're not having to pay for any extra expense. The people who don't like sports, they don't have to pay for any of the new stadium. So I guess it's better to have a use tax, I think, than to charge everybody, the whole taxpayers around the area for a new stadium.
Some reaction from our listeners on the Ramos.com text line 303-713-1043. A PSL will result in a loss of more true fans at the game. Only so many people can afford to buy a season tickets as it is. Paying a PSL will shift the demographic to more corporate and wealthy season ticket holders. The stadium vibe will completely change.
Yes, it's part of the NFL and building new stadiums. And the last stadium to be built without PSLs?
No, I have no idea.
You want to take a guess what year?
The last stadium to be
built
built
without PSLs.
PSLs.
Yes. In the NFL, okay? Shoot, Mark might have still been playing at this time. 2002, Lumen. Is that Seattle's?
Seattle.
Yeah, Lumen.
Wow.
I mean, how long ago was that? 24 years?
2002.
Oof. Without PSLs.
Without PSLs.
Yep. 2002. So there you go. I mean, just because
that's
what it is.
Well,
and you're not even to Cliff's point. You're not even you're funding it yourself. You're not even using taxpayer money.
Was Lumen funded with taxpayer money?
I don't know. Who's that? Paul Allen?
Yeah.
So
not sure.
There are examples of we give the Walton Penner Group credit for privately financing the new stadium. Great. That's not they're not the only ones. Stan Kroenke did it with SoFi. Robert Kraft did it with I'm not going to call him Robert. Bobby Kraft did it with the Patriots, and I guess to Bobby Kraft's credit, he not only privately financed the stadium, he did not do PSLs.
What year was that?
That was
last one to
that
do
was
it
a while ago. That was probably late 90s,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, Lumen was both taxpayer and like half and half split.
Okay.
So taxpayer money and
PSLs.
private money.
Oof.
No, and private money.
But they did do no PSLs.
But they didn't do private.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't do
But
PSLs.
they did have
They did.
public money involved.
Yes.
Okay.
public money
And
involved.
most stadiums are, you're going to have teams are going to want some tax money, right, to offset the cost. I mean, that's just what goes on. So to have it privately funded and not have to pay any extra taxes on this, if you want to go to a Broncos game, the PSLs, that's just going to be a part of it, unfortunately.
Here's some more PSLs are BS, and your take on them is even worse. There's a difference between smart business and fleecing your customers. Okay. Let's see. There was one that was directed towards you two.
Well, that one was.
Something about
Because
you guys.
you were all like the voice of the fan. I don't want to pay a PSL.
I don't.
You're not going to pay anyhow.
I wouldn't want to.
No.
Where's the one? Okay.
Are
On
they
the
going to charge Payton a PSL?
You have your own PSL.
What's that?
You got a Payton seat license.
My best friend Peyton Manning.
I'm stupid, and I deserve that.
And in this case, you love the handouts.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
On the PSL debate, Mark and Stoke have NFL money, whereas the rest of us are average Joes. So we cannot afford being able to spend that kind of money.
Correct the mundo. Yeah, hey, listen, I get that.
Aren't the Broncos already making a lot of money off season ticket holders already?
Yeah, that's just the way it is in the NFL. All these stadiums are doing it. They all have it, and that's just the cost of going to football games.
I got to read this one too because I just absolutely
intelligent observation.
I love the use of this word. Okay, season ticket holders getting screwed. I'm 100% with Evans. Charging a PSL when you are a billionaire is gauche. They literally wrote in a text that said gauche.
Gauche. I don't know what that
you don't
is.
Know
I don't know
gauche
what gauche means.
No.
You guys don't know? Gauche is a great word. Gauche is a great word. Gauche is just
I used to, when I was in
gauche
college,
is
we had a
like,
ghost that lived in our house.
That's
It's very spooky.
What was his
Very
name?
spooky.
He had a name. Oh, no, you never heard this? Was it Irwin? No, it was had a name. You guys had a name for
we
your
did
ghost.
have a name for the ghost.
What was the ghost's name?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
Okay, finish your.
But anyway, gauche is like it's unseemly. It's just it's just something that is bad form. It's
I don't
just,
think Mike knows what gauche is.
No, it doesn't sound like
No,
it.
it doesn't sound
no,
like he knows.
really.
Oh,
now he's got Google.
Oh,
He's
now you're
making
challenging
things
me.
up.
Okay,
now he's just making it. Ghost, it's gauche, Stoke.
He doesn't even know how to spell it.
Gauche means socially awkward, tactless, or crude.
Okay.
It's exactly what I said. You can apologize.
You didn't use any of those words.
Yeah, but I used
really
other,
did.
I used other words.
Other words.
All right, listen. Just because I got you. All right,
incorrect
listen.
ones.
I got you on this one. You guys can feel better on their way out. Come on now. What do you think? One word to describe these shorts. Come on. Look at these things.
They
These
do
things
match his legs, though,
Yeah,
Mark.
they do match
You
the
said
legs.
it best. You
Yeah.
don't know where the shorts
Everybody
end.
shut up.
And the legs begin.
And the legs begin.
Yeah.
The legs are salmon color, pale. And the shorts match the legs. All right, so you're going to lay out 4 to 5, 3, 4, 5 outfits tonight, and we get to pick what you wear
get
tomorrow.
to pick what I wear
Okay.
tomorrow.
All
right.
Can't wait.
I'm not, because tomorrow's a big practice day, I'm not wearing the tiny Bronco hat, Nugget hat.
Okay.
Thursday. I'm going to
Thursday
wear
it
the
is.
tiny. I don't know if I'm going to wear it for the full show, but I'll bring it.
Yes.
But I'm going to lay out hats, and I'm going to lay out shorts and shirts. You guys will select.
Can't
We got Dover and Cecil coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to AeroSeal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they got one of my favorite auctions that is ending tomorrow that's open for bidding right now. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on some great items. Government Fleet Vehicle and Equipment Auction ending tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's got SUVs, utility trucks, flatbed trucks, plow trucks, service trucks, dump trucks, vans, sedans, box trucks, bucket trucks, trailers, tractors, landscape equipment, and so much more. This is what I love about Roller Auction is they're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Oh, by the way, are you in the market for a school bus? Guess what? Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, they got school buses that will be auctioned off. Also, got a lot of new mini skid steer loaders, excavators, all kinds of attachments, containers, metal building. This all goes down tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. Open for bidding right now. Go check it out only at rollerauction.com. They're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals only at rollerauction.com.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on